Never mind me while I'm stepping out my circumference. I feel the nerves trickling down. It's life humbling. My words stutter, stumbling, staggered, I'm caught off guard. This the life of a jigaboo, introverted, I'm scarred. Whoa. My murder been the melodies while they sing the choruses. Direct message from Slade saying we need more of it. Paranoia in my state, I see envy at high rates. Now it's crop off the fate, turn great so I fly straight. Was gone for a minute, now I'm back like an X with big factors. I see you turn flat like extinct like some raptors. When I drop through prayer precision, practicing patience, we move to greener pastures. They're saying life is a matter of mastering basics and mastering patience. More time I get tired of waiting. Maybe it's fate procrastinating, the times are bad, so it really had me sprung. Like she got me doing things that I never do. You thought that we connected when in fact it was trauma bonding. Just leave it up to me to break the rules, never corresponding. My childhood filled with fence climbs and knee scrapes and bikes and kicking it by the street signs. The older I get, I'm trying to lessen any screen time. The bounce back heavy, I rock steady on climb. This world's a fucking loop, the news will pick and choose whatever truth they wanna give to you. I cannot stomach it, so I poop. Oops. When life turns sweeter, the lemon mouths get louder. But I'm amplified with ghosts from God like that boy Fowler. Working like I got that point to prove. But truth be told, the proof is right in the pudding, no point to lose. 60 for the crepes, yeah, I did that just because. She expecting more, girl, you know I'm saving up. Left me on red, well, it was what it was. Never stress over them joints or in downs when times get rough, so I ghost. Long are the days when we was close, and when I see you, it's like two completely different type of ghosts. I approach the weekly fire dropping, which I'm feeding. Still, I don't expect to be the one. Your boy having fun. Still, the songs get spun like Beyblades and teacups. My fun fair to those that ever really know me from jump. So what's up, huh? I've been the one they all depended on like TJ. Now they're dead wilder than a furry knockout punch, leaving them straight stunned. It's hella fun. Through the lot, now you know I'm coming through. When the growth look good on you, best believe they wanna screw now. I've been trying to climb, devil threw me in the dark. Baby, don't be insecure, you can still go make a mark like blow. Could never let them drain my soul now. Blow. Table turning like doorknobs, wow. Blow. I think I'm about to set sail. I'm a walking, living legend, walking with my chest out. Life keep dealing me cards, I keep fitting in love.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All. I hope everybody is blessed. I hope everybody is well. Hope everybody had a good night's rest. And we're here Friday as well. You know what I mean? We're ready to kick it on this weekend. You already know the vibes. You know the ties. You know why we're here. It's Liverpool. It's West Ham. We got a game tomorrow. Another 12:30 kickoff. You know, we've missed them. I'll be honest, we've missed them. Throughout this whole last couple of weeks. Haven't had any. So it's good to be back to familiarity. Big up Tiago in the building. Before I get to the comment section, and big up everybody who is inside. How are you doing this morning, my brother?
Man, I'm good. Yeah, when it comes to Liverpool, I'm just underwhelmed, man. I'm reading stuff about Arnie Slot.
We'll talk about that in a bit. Yeah, of course.
But yeah, obviously happy to be on. Obviously, it's the farewell tour for myself, so I'll be vacating Liverpool soon, man. So I mean, you ain't gonna see my face anymore. So this is the closest you're gonna get to. I mean, Mr. Alcantara.
And I feel about Drifty. I'm sure Drifty said the same thing. I'm sure he said the same thing on Coppish. He said he's going to be away for a little while during this era, during this changing of the guard, so to speak. Pick up everybody inside. Thank you for the super chat, Mr. Fly. And I think I know who that is. If it's who I think it is, big up my bro. I will not send you the £8 back, but thank you for the £8. I give you the details. Yeah, I think it's one of my boys. But yeah. Now big up to yourself. Big up to yourself. Love for that, my guy. Love for that. Big up Steve in the building. Make sure you guys head on over there to subscribe to Strasbourg Steve, especially if you want to watch any games, any watch-alongs this weekend. I know he's got a couple popping off. I'm sure Italian games, English games, any type of game. He's your man. I'm not going to swear, it's too early. I'm so rubbish at Liverpool predictions. When I pick you to win, you lose, and when I pick you to lose, you win. So he don't know. Liverpool win just because West Ham United are trash under Moyes, even though they got some very talented players. Nah, big up, bro. Big up, Captain Sal. Good morning to yourself. Big up, Philip in the building. Big up, Any, my guy, my boy. Big up, bro. Big up, bro. I sent the link again. If you're free, my brother, jump in any given time. Not a problem at all. Big up, Angel. Good morning to you. How can I continue to claim De Zerbi is a tactical aware manager? He played out from the back against Liverpool, Arsenal, and City, and lost because they give up possession. We'll talk about that later on in the show. Captain Thiago hasn't been this consistent in public since he joined. I know, this is what I'm saying. This is the most we've seen Thiago for like 2 years. Do you get what I'm trying to what's that? Like the last week, shall we say? That's 5 times. That's more times than he's probably appeared in the last like 18 months. So we're blessed. We're blessed to have him here.
5 appearances. One appearance Liverpool, 5 appearances on GTV. It tells you where my loyalties are like.
This is what I'm saying, man. This is what I'm saying. Listen, look. Obviously, we've got West Ham. We're both coming off the back of defeats. West Ham got slapped by Crystal Palace the other day. I think Crystal Palace. And then obviously Liverpool got beat up by their Merseyside rivals. Everton, not really coming into it with too much happiness or form. Chat to me though, man. Just kind of general thoughts before we dive into things in terms of the game.
Tricky game, man. Tricky game. We remember how it was. I went to the reverse fixture last season, on the back end of last season, and again, we got a result at the end of that game.
I think Gakpo scored. I'm sure he scored.
Yeah, Gakpo scored. But if you remember, Paquetá tore it up.
Yeah.
They were 1-1. Yeah, and we were lucky. I think we were lucky to win 2-1. I think it was a 2-1 win because Thiago went and gave away a penalty. That was a penalty. He done a foul in the box. So it's going to be a tricky game. West Ham have proven, I mean, look, they got knocked out of the Europa League at the same time as us.
Yeah.
When we think about it. So when you're thinking about West Ham, yes, on paper, Liverpool have the better players. But when West Ham click, they've got a lot of... They can hurt you in multiple ways. They've got the likes of Kudus. They've got Paquetá, of course. They've got Bowen, who I'm not sure he might be obviously injured or not. But then they've got the likes of, Souček, Antonio, with Ward-Prowse on set pieces. You're always going to go and cause issues, man. Emerson, that link between Emerson and Paquetá on that left-hand side is really, really good as well. They can cause you problems, man. And I don't know, I think people underestimate West Ham. And I know we spanked them in the Carabao Cup, was it? Or FA Cup? Carabao Cup.
Carabao. Yeah,
we spanked them in the Carabao Cup. And obviously that was a poor showing from them, considering I think it was a semi-final as well, or quarter-final. So it was a poor showing from them. But don't look at Palace destroying them and think that that's going to be the same outcome, because people looked at the Chelsea game and saw Chelsea spank Everton and thought that would be an easy game as well. I think we've got to look at this game and just be like, all right, cool. Again, form-wise, that 6.93, that's very similar to what Everton were. They can be dangerous on set pieces. They're they're having a better season than Everton this season anyway, so they are a better team. It's going to be a tough game, man. I think it's going to be a tough game. And boy, the way we're struggling to finish right now, West Ham at home, 12:30 early kickoff. The Hammers, do you know what I mean? Go down to the cafe early morning, slap an English breakfast, and walk up to the London Stadium, walk past Stratford, cheer on your team. I don't know, man. It's going to be tricky, man. I think it's another loss on the cards, if I'm being honest. If I'm being honest, it's another loss.
No. I feel you. And yeah, we'll get into the kind of predictions and stuff like that come later on. People in the chat, let me know how you guys are feeling as well in regards to the game. We'll get through predictions later on. I think what you mentioned there, when you're looking at the form, we looked at Everton's form heading into the game. It wasn't great as well. And as you said, they play similar kind of style. Obviously, David Moyes being a former Everton manager, they got similarities. And I'm looking at it and I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, like, if Everton was smart, if West Ham, was smart, they'd look at what Everton did and how good Everton were in terms of the set pieces and stuff like that, and little passages of play that they did have. And they kind of do the same thing because they can see that, okay, that's kind of a weakness for Liverpool. Do you get what I'm saying? That's kind of something that Liverpool can't really handle, too tough. That physicality, like we saw against Atalanta, and we kind of knew when it's not about intensity and it's just really about that physical battle. Yeah, we're not 100% in that kind of regards. And they've got better players, as you said. Even if Bowen doesn't play, Paquetá and Kudus alone, with James Ward-Prowse providing the deliveries, yeah, and Mikel Antonio running in behind with his physicality. Suchek, you know what I mean? Sufal, if he does play, like, yeah, that Zuma, like that's a lot of players that's in the box who can cause us some real damage. So 100%. I mean, and obviously we did beat them 5-1 at Anfield. We were in a good moment at that period of time. En route to the Carabao Cup trophy. They were kind of in some like meaty form anyway. Right now, we're both in kind of meaty, well, kind of bad form, so to speak. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be interesting. I'm going to take a look at a couple of West Ham players. You mentioned two of them there already. Obviously, one of them is Paquetá, man. How good is this guy, bro? How good? Obviously, you've seen him firsthand. How good is this guy?
He's top, man. And when I told you after watching them last year, and I was like, we need to grab this brother in midfield ASAP. Like, snap this brother up ASAP to play in the 8. I remember people saying, I'm not too sure, man. You were this. He's all right, man. I know you got the goal. But since then, you've seen why City were in for him. You've seen how important he is to West Ham. The deliveries, the creativity, the tenacity, the fact that he's not a lazy player as well. Like, you get flair players, but are quite lazy. He works hard. Like, he drops in. Like, he's tactically aware. He's got that bite about him as well. Like, I mean, he's not hiding shying away from any kind of real physicality, any contact. I mean, he's gonna get stuck in as well. I mean, he's a real kind of like Brazilian, like old school baller in that sense, isn't it? Like, he's not diving around the place and that. He's really gonna get stuck in, use his body to low center. He's a good player, man. Top player. West Ham always seem to get these kind of gems, your Tevez's, your Paquetás, and he's just of that ilk as well, innit? Whether, like I said, where he ranks in amongst like the best, the best, obviously that's up for debate. But top player, man. Top player. And yeah, top player, man. There's nothing else I can say. Nothing else I can say. Just a top player.
Bro. Listen, man. I think he obviously when we played them obviously at Anfield earlier on in the season, I remember just thinking we won the game, but he was the best player on the pitch. Like, he literally was the best player on the pitch. I was like, bro, you must feel peaked that you're on the losing side of things. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you played very well. Like, you actually bossed the midfield. And I think at the time, I think we had what was it? I can't remember off the top of my head, but I want to say McAllister, Jones, and Szoboszlai, because I think that was the early part of the season, that kind of vibe. But I could be wrong. There might have been another person involved, but even still, the fact that he was able to kind of boss it, and as Jerry said, he's not just that kind of flary type of player. I don't even see him like that. I just see him as like a very good central midfielder, almost like a guy who can fill in so many different roles. If you want him to play in behind the striker, he can do that. If you want him to go out wide and play left wing, he can do that. If you need him to sit a little bit deeper, just because of maybe the opponent that they're playing. I remember I watched their game against Bayern Leverkusen, and that's the kind of role that he was doing. He wasn't getting forward as much. He was just kind of sitting in the midfield. Obviously, Bayern
double
Leverkusen
pivot with a double pivot,
in a double pivot. Maybe obviously he's got more of a license to get forward in a double pivot, but the fact that he can play there, like, he is such a good player. I hope Manchester City do not go and sign, someone like him, because I just think it'll be problematic. It will actually generally be very, very problematic. The other player, our fellow Ghanaian.
I feel like Nostradamus, man. I spoke about these two brothers, and I said we need to grab these brothers. We didn't hear it. This is one, this guy was on, do you know what I mean? When Liverpool were deciding whether to go for Gakpo or Kudus. We faced Kudus in the Champions League, and we decided to go for Gakpo.
I would have preferred him. I can't even lie. Seeing what he's done so far, I definitely would have preferred him.
what he done at Ajax, what he done for Ghana, what he does for Ghana, what he's done for West Ham, this guy is just, again, he's not a Mane, he's not a Salah, he's not going to go and get you like 30, 40 goals, or he hasn't shown that as of yet. But what he is, again, a very good player, another player that can get stuck in defensively, can be very sound. He's tactically, he's obviously come through that Ajax academy for a period. Do you know what I mean? So obviously he's not been there from the age of 6, but he's been there from like the age of 15. And what you're seeing is he can go, again, another one that can play in centre mid, at right mid, behind the striker, left mid, up front, on the wing. Like, he can play anywhere in it because of how Ajax develop their players. I think one thing that Ajax really do well in their academy is what they do is every player has to play every single position in their formative years up until the age, I think, of 14 or 15. So what you get is your Virgil van Dijk would have played at right back, centre back, left back, up front, everywhere, and they would have rotated through the season. The same thing happens with any other Dutch player. Hence why when you see like a Timber, when you see a Frankie de Jong, when you see even like a Van der Beek, you don't even know, like, they could play multiple positions and look comfortable because they've done it throughout their formative years. And this is another player that can just go and do that. Top player, he comes clutch, he turns up in the big games more often than not. When they need a goal, he comes up with it. Look, 7 goals in his debut season for a midfielder that plays for West Ham.
And that's just in the Premier League. He scored goals in the Europa League as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But in the Premier League, like 7 and 4, that's a good return, man. That's a good return. Again, we have to kind of move away from Mane, Salah numbers, because they've got a different role, and the role that Kudus has is completely different to, and the way they set up is different to how our forwards are, or what the idea of what our forwards need to go and do. But top player. And yeah, man, right to Dream Academy. Big up Michael. That's it.
Yeah, for real.
I crack to the world.
Nah, big up, man. Big up Michael Talks in the damn building, guys. You already know what to do. You have to go hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. He'll be the one, and he says it right here, the Right to Dream Academy. He'll be the one to tell you more, even more than me, about the Right to Dream Academy. So please make sure you head on over there. Remember seeing Kudus playing Denmark. Knew this kid would be special. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, and I think even, listen, look, I'm not going to sit here and front, as Jerry said, like he said about these players, and I wasn't too sure, especially Paqueta. I remember always thinking, like, Jerry keeps banging on about this brother. Like, is he really, do you know what I mean? Like, is he really that good, kind of thing? And you know me, like, I need the substance. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, I need something. I can't just have, you know, fufu by itself. I need fufu and something else. It can't just be just a dry thing. So when I'm seeing him coming in, especially going to West Ham, that's when I'm even thinking, is he really even going to propel himself to the level that, whatever level that is, really, well, let's put it this way, the level that Manchester City are saying, we want to sign you? I didn't think he would. So the fact that Paquetá has been able to do that, seeing Kudus up closely more so last season, and then of course seeing him this season, you know, more or less week in, week out, and what he's doing, crazy. And then obviously we watched the World Cup when we did all like the streams and stuff during that period of time, and we saw how he was Ghana's star boy. Like, he was the one. If he ain't playing, I know we did poorly anyway, but we would have done even worse if he wasn't on the pitch. I can tell you that for free. So yeah, man, big up to Kudus every single time, man. He's definitely a player that I don't know what the transfer fee will be for someone like him, but if the transfer fee is comfortable and you're going to let go of a Salah, for example, I will definitely be looking at someone like him. I've not heard of too many I mean, I'll check, but I haven't heard him be out for like 10 games this season and stuff like that.
No. He hasn't. He did have an injury, and obviously he's gone to AFCON as well. That kind of skewed the amount of appearances he's had. But
yeah, of course.
But again, top player for me. It's a difficult one now, because you could have signed him for 30 million.
I know.
You're gonna have to pay 60 minimum, like minimum. And if another team comes in, that price just escalates. And we saw what happened with Declan Rice when Arsenal and City were coming in for him. If we come in for him, but then a Spurs, right, that might look at it and be like, you know what, we could deal with a player like that to boost our squad.
They 100% they could as well, you know. They actually
and it would fit what they're trying to do as well. We'd really fit what they're trying to do. You know, Werner's not really, do you know what I mean? Kulusevski's in and out, like in terms of injuries. You've got Son, Brennan Johnson. He could fit into something like that. And when you're competing with them now, that's when the price starts to go up, and you might end up having to pay like 70.
Yeah, I know. Well, this is why we got Michael Edwards. Apparently, this is why he's here, isn't it? Like, he's supposed to be the guy who can negotiate these kind of things, and he's supposed to be, you know, looking at these kind of players. But obviously, we'll talk about that next week. We'll talk about that next week in regards to all of that. But you're right. I mean, looking at him now, I'm looking at it thinking, brother, like, don't you feel like he could have seen the way he plays anyway? Seeing him adapt to the Premier League, I'm like, well, you don't think he could have adapted to what we do? Like, and him on the break, especially another left-footed player. You know, like, how many left-footed players? You got Salah, you got obviously Robbo, and you got Harvey Elliott. I feel like I'm missing out on someone.
Tsimikas.
But in terms of like first team, you've got Robbo and Salah, and then obviously Elliott, who comes off the bench and stuff like that. I don't know, man. I feel like we just need another one. Do you know what I mean? Like another kind of guy, like who can play also. Because I almost feel like he could almost fill in. You see the position that like Harvey Elliott kind of takes up, where it's like right wing, but then sometimes right attacking midfield kind of. I feel like he'd be perfect for that because he's better in front of goal. He's better at finding the pockets of spaces. He's better dribbling, better passer. Yeah, better passer, I would say, or maybe on the same kind of level as a Harvey Elliott. So I'm thinking, yeah, he would be perfect in that kind of role. But I guess they would look at it and think, well, we've got Harvey Elliott, so
yeah, I think it's an interesting one because you know that even now, because we've had a manager for so long, like Klopp's longest serving manager in the Prem, if I'm correct.
Yeah, and right now, he is
right now. Yeah. So we're the team that's had the manager the longest. We're still viewing it's mad. Like subconsciously, I do it. You've just done it now. We're viewing players within that like Jurgen Klopp scope. Like, yeah, Kudus can play in that thing.
You're right.
The next manager that comes in, like I'm saying, like Elliot might be playing right behind the striker. Heck, Elliot might be sold. Maybe he's not good enough. You might see Diaz playing on the right. Like, we just don't know what's going to happen. Like, when we go and think about like how Brendan Rodgers used to set up Liverpool before he got sacked and how Klopp did like the first couple games after, it's completely different. Completely different.
It's true. Bro, them were running in that game against Tottenham, boy. I remember that, boy. Like, I've never seen our team run like that ever. Like, ever. In that first game against Tottenham, I was thinking Lallana even came. I think Lallana even spoke about it after. He was like, bro, like, that first training session that them man took with Klopp was crazy. I said, yeah. And Klopp even mentioned about getting the guys to run more. Funny, because then people like Lallana and a few others start picking up injuries, funnily enough. So,
and then before that, man was our guy. Like, man was our Madison.
Bro, he was our guy, bro. Like, he was the one that, like, before, obviously, Coutinho and that was there. But, you know, when Lallana come, you're thinking, what, Lallana, Coutinho, ballers. You know what I'm saying? Like, Liverpool going to do one, two touch and stuff. Yeah, that didn't materialize in the way that we wanted it to. Lallana started getting changed into, like, a DM. Because, you know, it's just like, I don't need you to run as much. Just sit here, do your 1-2 Cruyff turns and that. Because he was like the king of that, and then you know, I mean, you're kind of good to go, man. But I'll go through some more of the comments, and we'll take a look at some of the Liverpool players that we think, obviously, without going too deep into it, but like what we think in terms of who should be pivotal in a game like this. Big up ends in the building. I'll be blessed. We don't usually buy Ajax players. Well, maybe we should start. Maybe we should start looking at that side. He did say, big up YG, by the way, he did say he prefers right wing, but still cook for us in the attack with the Ayew brothers holding back. Yeah, boy, listen, don't talk to me about the Ayew brothers. Storm in the teacup. I'm curious, Edwards' role with the transfers, as his role is different now. We'll talk about that next week. I've got a show next. It's already up on my thing. We're going to talk about Michael Edwards, his role, why are people so gassed, etc., in regards to him coming back, because you'd think the Messiah was coming back. I don't feel like it's going to pan out in the way that you guys think it's going to be, but we'll chat on that. Big up honesty, Mandem. The reason LFC didn't go for Amorim is because he tried to use West Ham as leverage to get the LFC job. Sometimes you got to hedge your bets. Sometimes you just got to hedge your bets. If you haven't got the players to play your system, you have to adapt. The Zerbi continues to play the same way and can see goals. We critique for the same thing. Zerbi is naive. So, just on that, before we obviously move on and stuff like that, because I do find that actually kind of interesting. Speaking about the Zerbi, I took a look, and I think, I'll bring it up actually for you guys because I'd rather you guys see it and we can talk it through.
Man, like Zerbs.
Yeah, bro. The Zerbi be getting shots for no reason, brother. Like, I don't know what he's done to people. Like, I don't know. Man, like Zerbs, you know. I like that name actually still. Hopefully you guys can see that. Okay. That's the Premier League table, right? We talk about De Zerbi being naive, obviously the goals that he's conceded and things like that. And I hear it. I fully hear it. There's no real two ways about it, right? Goals against, obviously, Arsenal, best team in the league, followed by Manchester City, then Liverpool, just like we are in the table. We go down to Brighton. They've conceded 54 goals this season. Same as Wolves, same as Fulham, right? Who's that in 48? Everton. That's actually pretty good. They've only conceded 48. So, Brighton conceded 54 goals this season. And we talk about De Zerbi being naive in the way that he plays and etc. etc. I don't hear anybody talking about the way Bournemouth plays or the way that Chelsea are open or West Ham or Newcastle or United or Tottenham or Villa. Villa's really the stick is really the one. Villa have scored 71 goals but conceded 50. If I told you lot now that it was, would you choose De Zerbi or Unai Emery, you'd go with Unai Emery. And you'd say the way he plays, his style and things like that. The guy's conceded 50 goals this season. So again, I look at it and I always think to myself, I hear what people are saying. Obviously, it doesn't really matter now because it looks like we're getting slot anyway. But this thing that we think that we're looking at things and we're like, oh, right, you know what? The way that he plays, man, the team concedes too much goals and red-te-te. But like I just said, Villa have conceded 50 goals this season. And nobody would sit here and say, yeah, the way that Villa play, man, is too open. It's this, that, and the third. Nah, you'd be super happy if we got Unai Emery. Of course you would. He's a good manager, very good manager. Won stuff around Europe and all of that kind of stuff. So that's why, and if you look at the players that he's got, the money he's been able to spend, you know, all of these kind of different things. If you look at all of that stuff, I don't feel like it's too. I don't feel like it's too different in terms of why, for one person, big up Savage in the building, hope you're well. Why for one person, we look at it, you know, so I don't know. It just seems like he's getting mad hate. Maybe it's just because of the way, obviously, maybe the way he plays is just not to your liking. That's super calm. That's easy to accept and stuff like that because not everybody's, you know, football's to everyone's taste. But the way that people get at De Zerbi, I'm just like, yeah, but are you seeing the other teams in the league, or are we just focusing because it's De Zerbi? Are we forgetting that the guy lost Colwell, lost Caicedo, lost McAllister? Are we forgetting these things? We saw how Liverpool played when we lost our centre backs. And you saw what we were still trying to do. We didn't have a Salah, a Mane, a Firmino to bail us out. He's got Mitoma and João Pedro. He's bringing off...
Mitoma's been injured.
Mitoma's been injured. He's got Lewis Duncan, Van, whatever his name is at the back. No disrespect to them.
And the Heke, yeah.
And Heke, like, again, like I say, like, I know we don't want to apply context, but I'm sorry. Forget even the injury that they've had this season. You take out 3 players from a team like Brighton, I know they're not going to perform to the way that they should have, or to the way that they performed last season anyway. Because you've just taken out literally 3 of their biggest components of that team. Literally their 3 biggest components of the team. So if you do that to anybody, it's going to have some type of effect. Obviously, some teams can get away with it, like a Liverpool potentially, or like a Arsenal, and even Arsenal. Arsenal lost Saliba, and look what happened to them. That's 1 centre back. They still had Saka, Martinelli, Gabriel Jesus, Martin Odegaard, and all these man. And look how they fumbled the bag. We saw what KDB being injured during the early part of the season. City are so good, but they look so bad during that period of time. Rodri got suspended for like 3 games. Bruv, City just imploded. And that's taking out 2 players. Come on, man. I think like we're always a bit too harsh on someone like De Zerbi. Like the only reason why I brought that up is just because I see a lot of people talking about it. And I'm like, bro, like, listen, everyone used to bang on about Klopp and the way that he plays, that like being so stubborn, etc., etc. He's the same thing. He's very stubborn in his ways. Doesn't like to change what he does. That's not a great thing. I would definitely admit that. But the football that he plays, I'm sorry, bro. If you gave me Van Dijk, Kwanzaa, Konate, Trent, Robbo, Alisson, McAllister, Zabozalai, Curtis Jones, even with the forward line being as dead as it is, if you gave me that forward line, not Danny Welbeck, You know what I'm saying? Like, if you gave me these kind of players, I'm pretty sure that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure you'd see a different result. Obviously, we will never know until such time actually happens. But yeah, man, I just think the critique of it, sometimes I'm just like, yeah, man, it just seems a bit weird because we watch Klopp football, and in my opinion, it's not even good football, and we still can see chances. I'm actually watching good football with a worse team, and and they're still conceding goals, but it's better to football. So I'm just trying to apply, okay, if he did that at Liverpool, maybe he might change up a tad bit in whatever way. Last season he was playing 3 at the back, lost Colwell, decided to go to a 4 at the back now. Yeah, like I said, man, it's just one of those things. But that's not to detract from like Arnie Slot or whatever. If he does come in or whatever, we'll do a video on him with his 4-2-3-1 or whatever. But yeah, I think it's just one of those things. Like we get onto all of these managers, but when we then start to unpack it, the reality is it's actually not even as bad as we make it out to be, in my opinion, anyway. But you know, it is what it is. I just had to get my Zerbi stuff, you know what I mean, just off my chest because trigger man, I just wasn't really feeling it. I was thinking, yo, like, just getting onto Zerbi a bit too much. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you could see Klopp for doing the same thing. No, but the football's dead though. That's the problem with him. That the football's not actually good with Klopp. So it's not like I'm watching fantastic football, but we do concede like a Man City. They can see chances like every now and again in certain games, but they're playing brilliant football. I'm not watching that. I'm watching basic ass football, and we're conceding chances left, right, and center. And I'm praying that my individual quality, like Trent, McAllister, Van Dijk, Salah, and I'm praying that these guys can just bail me out of a situation. It's not the same thing. Principles. That's the way I see it. But Angel, big up to yourself, though. Big up to yourself. But yeah, man. What you guys saying though? We saying Savage. Sorry, I just have to get my Zerbi stuff off my chest.
I realized what you're speaking about halfway through, and I assumed this would happen when I was watching the game yesterday. After 3 goals winning, I was like, "Oh, here we go." I was just like, everyone's going to start cooking Zerbi. This is why you didn't want him and all that.
Yeah, of course.
That doesn't change me wanting him as a manager, bro. I will say to what Angel said, that's the only thing I've been saying for a season and a half now. Everything I've said great about Zerbi. The one thing I said was, if you're going to talk about his flaws are if something goes wrong in the game where they make a mistake against a team that's set up to go against what they're doing, he'll just still keep playing that way because his own way is the best way. Whereas, but I think the less pressure at Brighton kind of allows him to do that. Whereas going to a bigger team, he wouldn't do that because obviously the goal that who scored it, Foden yesterday when they're passing the ball around the back.
Yeah. That was such a silly. But at the same time, if they just looks up and passes it, they're out of that move in like 2 seconds, bro.
Exactly, and that goal's not. It's not an anomaly, bro. Like for Brighton, that they did that against when I was watching the Arsenal game. My son was going. I was in the kitchen. My son was getting mad at Brighton. He was like, "Bro, they got to stop this, bro, because someone's going to close them down in a minute." And then they did and scored, and then they did it again. But it's not like it doesn't feel like a problem where they can't pass, so that's the reason why it's happening. I think their players, they just get too comfortable at bumping the ball around them, bro. You know, you get overgassed in that. It's like if you're playing Power League and you just want to score the perfect goal, you just end up getting too gassed and over. And it's one of them. You can get that out of the game pretty quick. But everything else, I mean, every manager's got flaws anyway. So if that's his flaw, safe. But then every manager's going to got one. But the positive side of Zerbi is, the levels are high, bro. I think his football's great. I think it's not just great football just to look good on the eye. It's effective as well.
Yeah, it's effective. Yeah.
As long as he's got his full team, it's effective, which is most players. I've heard you mention the Rodri thingy, Man City thing. Yeah, bro, Man City lost Rodri for 3 games and they didn't win for them 3 games. Bro.
They didn't even win. Imagine that.
They looked terrible. Remember when Wolves smoked them up. I know it was only like 2-0 or something, but they were getting torn apart. And that's what you go through, man. But it's always going to happen. I'm with you. Like, obviously, I wanted to, but it doesn't really matter now. I think. It actually. More time I'm going to get Wilson Fiskin and that, bruv. And I'm here to support him still. I'm here for it. But I just say, bruv, for them Zerbi talk, bruv, you lot better hope that he don't end up at one of them big clubs, boy. Because you Zerbi with a bigger budget and one of them bigger clubs, bro, with that man's ambition.
Bro, real talk.
It could be anyone, bruv. Like, luckily. For me, anyway, Xavi's staying at Barca. Although I like Xavi, so it's probably. But that's who I thought of straight away. When I knew that Xavi was leaving, I was like, if Zerbi goes to Barca, bruv, with the way they got him all around anyway. Fucking hell, bro. So.
They would love someone like him in there. Like, imagine someone like bruv.
Yeah, but what you said is true though, and people refuse the context, and I know this because even when I'm not on the stream with you, I have to go through this all the time. Anytime I mention the Zerbi, anytime I mention him losing players, man just try to take it out of context. Or when I say something good about him, they go, "Yeah, but that he's just taken over from Graham Potter. It's not really his football."
Oh, bro, I'm tired.
And there's a part to the fact that he didn't have to change too much. But what he did change made them a lot better. I think one was more defensive, one was more attacking. But I heard the player. I got it from the players. I heard them speaking on Football Focus before. I think it was Solly Marshall. That he said that like the way the in the style of what we play isn't too dissimilar, but there's certain fundamentals that he's got us doing what's made us better. And the passing out the ball is like some things they have to be done until you learn it, instead of half doing a plan and then failing it and doing another plan, which is the best way to do it if you believe in your philosophy, bro. So, and then once Guardiola said he was the best, bro. Like Guardiola didn't say that. Normally, Guardiola does mind games and that, but he was saying that shit when he wasn't even playing against Brighton,
bro. Man, we'll be talking about the Zerbi just randomly, like just literally randomly. Press conference versus, I don't know, Luton. These times he's like, yeah, but see the Zerbi football. Yeah, that's the best football I've seen. Like, you're like, right, why do you even bring it up? Like, got nothing to do with
these are the things I end up not being able to argue against because it's just long. Because the Angel said we've been relegated and sacked. Well, being sacked doesn't make you Potter's not rubbish and he got sacked from Chelsea. And Tuchel's not rubbish and he got sacked from Chelsea. So
Eddie Howe got sacked.
I was just about to say Eddie Howe's got relegated Bournemouth, and I think I love Eddie Howe as well. I think he's really good. So that doesn't mean anything. And then not won a significant trophy, but there's context to that as well. Because I would argue, and not on an honours list, but just as football fans, if you got top 4 or European football in the Prem when you're a team like Brighton, not just an argument, anyone can go against it. Or you won, and this is not because of Slot, by the way. I'm not even saying it because of him. Or you won Eredivisie with Ajax. Bruv, to me, they're both the same, bruv.
Of course, because it would be the equivalent of like Tottenham winning the Carabao Cup and a team who haven't won a trophy in God knows how many years. And I don't know, one of the top teams winning another trophy. It's the same thing.
Like when Wigan won the FA Cup, or when Portsmouth won the FA Cup under Harry Redknapp. Apart from forget the relegation part, but okay, to stay in the league, win the cup, and then Ajax win the league again by 20 points, bruv. And man, if you're gonna ask me which one of the things the biggest achievement, I'm gonna say Wigan or Portsmouth. It's just is what it is. I wouldn't argue with an Ajax fan about it because I don't have the right to, but when we're just talking actual football. Hey, bro, that's what I believe, bro. Like Fulham getting to remember when they got to the Europa League semi-final or the UEFA Cup
final.
Yeah, exactly. Massive achievement, isn't it? Or when Blues won the League Cup against Arsenal. I tell a Blues fan that season that you getting top 4 is more important. Bro.
It's like I said, guys. It is all just context because I know Ali, you just mentioned here about where is it? What if the Zerbi flops if he goes to a bigger cup? What if Slot flops if he comes over here? Like, what are we? Like, it's the same thing. He might go to
honest, most managers. I mean, a lot of the big managers, if you want to say flop, they've flopped at big clubs and they've still done well at other big clubs. It's not it happens all the time.
Big up, no, it's true.
Was Conte successful at Tottenham?
Sorry,
was Conte successful at Tottenham in any way?
Well, no, he didn't win anything, so no.
There you have
and that's one of the better managers out there in world football. Can you imagine?
And from the talk when I said I wanted Mourinho, everyone told me he's a dinosaur and blah blah blah, and he's not the same anymore. So that means you don't think he was successful at Man U, you don't think he was successful at Tottenham. But Mourinho said him getting into Europa League for Tottenham was massive for him, and he won 2 trophies at United in his first season. But everyone ignores it like it never happened. So, yeah.
Big up Strasbourg, Steve. Love and appreciation, my bro, for the super chat. You know, it's love every time. Big up Quasi, by the way, in the building. I hope you're doing well this morning over here, and I think afternoon on your side.
Big up, man.
Big up, man.
Savage, for the longest, I said the Zerbi next move should be Borussia Dortmund. What do you think?
without wanting to get rid of our manager, because I love Terzic, bro. I love him, bro. But. Yeah.
Let's say the manager was leaving at the end of the season.
Oh yeah, that's take it. I'll take it over anyone, bro.
Yeah,
we got ballers, man, and we got good young talent. I know they're gonna get robbed off us soon anyway, bro.
But De Zerbi's used to that. He's used to working with teams that bigger clubs are gonna. Man was at Shakhtar. What happened? Chelsea didn't come in for Mudryk. You know what I mean? Like he's used to these kind of these scenarios, you know, so to speak. What about you, Kwazi? In regards to I don't really know in terms of which manager you would have wanted to come into Liverpool. Obviously, we know
he's been running around with banners.
Oh, Zidane, sorry, yeah. Okay, but taking out the unrealistic choice, I don't know who your choice
Day
was.
90, baby. Day 90 of my campaign for Zizou. It's not over yet, people. I don't know why people are giving up. It's not over yet. We might get the right ball person, man.
No,
But
I commend it. But yeah, in terms of the and I know this is very off track. We will start looking at the lineup for the West Ham game, but it's just an interesting conversation. In regards to De Zerbi, like how do you look at it? Like in your opinion, like in terms of him as a manager?
I think he's a great manager. I think he got some the same qualities as Klopp. They are those Arsenal Wenger managers, right? They never change for anybody. They will stick to their principles, even if it takes down them to hell, right? I mean, I believe Klopp is his own architect for some of his downfalls. Because for people like us who are not even as qualified as him, when he makes a mistake, you'll be like, why would a manager as great as you will make that kind of mistake or make that kind of decisions, right? And I think that's a lot right now. That's what people are seeing from De Zerbi, where it's like, like you said, he doesn't have the players. So every little misstep that he makes amplifies. And plus, everybody is looking at him like you could be one of these top managers' replacement. I mean, how do we know that he might not be Pep Guardiola's replacement?
I think Guardiola would pick him.
Yeah, the way that Pep is talking about it. And while you were talking, I'm like, bro, you know, PSG is about to torpedo their structure. He will be a great candidate for that team because he can build, and that's where they're going with right now. Right? They're done with the Hollywood style of players, the Neymars and the Mbappes. They're gonna go through the academy, right? And I don't know why they never did that, because I believe PSG has one of the best academies in the world.
It's amazing.
Yep, they do.
I mean, look at the lists that have come out of there. So a manager like that going there with all that kind of money that he's gonna spend, I don't think winning Ligue 1 will be what they want. Of course, they won the Champions League. But if Mbappe were so happy to win the Champions League this time, it makes it easier for any other manager to go in there, because then you are not rushed or forced to win that, right?
Yeah, they've got the Man City problem. They had the Man City problem in it when Man City trying to win the League. Yeah,
there you go. So, but De Zerbi, I think his stubbornness is his Achilles heel.
Yeah,
like when you make a mistake, bro, why you don't? It's not gonna work. Change, and that's what Klopp used to be. And I think maybe that's why Liverpool looked at it and said, we can't have the same identical manager. But if he had come to Liverpool, I'm supporting it.
Oh yeah, but you're 100% right. I don't think that's the reason why Liverpool don't want him though. It's not the football.
I don't think it's that either.
He's over the last couple of months, he's been speaking about certain things with Brighton. You know what I mean? Right. And I think for him, he just wants to be able to spend a little bit of money, because remember Brighton does a lot of cool. They spend like 2 and 3 millions, where he's just like, can I spend a young 30 every now and again or what? Because he can't, he's started to talk a little bit more. Whereas if he's at another, and Liverpool don't want that kind of. Okay, he's outspoken. So Liverpool would never probably take that kind of manager or take Conte, because as soon as he gets down and they're like, yo, so remember, even Klopp, especially around that COVID time, and that Klopp was like, he weren't sending shots and that, but he was kind of just letting man know, listen, we got bills to pay, bruv, and listen, obviously I want defenders and that, bruv, but they ain't getting me defenders, waiting for Kanate, bruv, and Zerbi ain't going through that, bruv, and they don't want the Liverpool. But you know, the one thing what's great about our club is the dirty laundry doesn't come out.
So
that's why when everyone makes all these these weird like rumors about, especially Klopp and Edwards and all that. I'm like, you like just making stuff up, bro. Where did you get this? We never leak anything, bro.
Right.
Big up, Pops. I don't know what the release clause even was with someone like a Zerbi, to be fair. And to someone who asked that question, I think it was you, Honesty, about when the press conference starts at 11:30, so I'll flick it on at 11:30. So we'll just dive into a few more comments and stuff like that before.
You should send Pep Linders out for the press conference still. I used to like when I don't like Man U in it, but I used to find it funny. Remember when Fergie just had enough and Carlos? If I'm right, on Sky Sports when we lost the game in the week, Klopp didn't speak on it. He was just Virgil and he went straight to the press conference. Because I was waiting.
No, he did. He spoke to Sky in the thing. Yeah. I got because I was gonna play his thing.
Okay.
As well as Virgil's thing yesterday. Yeah. But I just played Virgil's one instead.
Okay.
But yeah, he spoke there and then he spoke in the press.
Yeah, I couldn't Pep Linders out, man. I actually like listening to Pep Linders on the press conferences because he goes more into the football. There with Klopp, they just want to get a soundbite out of him where there's no soundbite to get from Pep Linders. So he talks about the football. He's always very enthusiastic about the youth talent as well. So I'm always interested to see what's going on there, man.
Man, Klopp said that after the Man U game, that's when everything went down. And right. If you looked at it, something must have happened in the locker room after the match where the players just gave up on it because they all of them kind of like.
Quasi, don't be that guy, man.
No, looking at it, I'm like, after that game, they all kind of look like they lost hope. Before then, they had not played well. They didn't play well against who? There was a match before then they didn't play well, where everybody was looking at them like, "Hey, what y'all doing?" But now I was listening to G and Jerry speak on Paqueta.
What a player!
Yeah, brilliant player, absolutely.
And I know G was trying to send nice shot at Edwards. You know, he was on the list that Edward wanted that after that COVID season.
What shot did I send to Edward?
Yeah. No, you said you call him the Messiah. I know what you were trying to do, man. Gee, I follow you.
First and foremost, I don't know why you think I've got some bad intentions.
No. I see where you were going.
No. My only thing on Edward, and listen, look, if Paqueta was on the list, then that's fantastic. But my only thing that I always say with these kind of situations is that everything is different. For example, it's a bit like Xabi Alonso coming back to Liverpool.
Yeah.
Everyone seems to think that he's coming back to the Liverpool that he left.
Exactly.
He's not coming back to that Liverpool. Michael Edwards is not coming back to the Liverpool that he left. He's coming back to a completely different Liverpool. Yeah, and he's not even got the same job. He's got a whole different job.
Exactly. So I don't know why everybody thinks that he's the one buying the players. It's Hughes. I mean, I understand maybe training, telling Hughes, okay, this is where I want my vision of the Liverpool brand or the FSG brand football want to be. But I think eventually we need to start looking at Hughes instead of Edwards.
I don't understand why we look at them. I don't understand why we look at them at all. Who cares, bro?
Yeah, but Savage, you already know. Like people are trying to do mental gymnastics with Michael Edwards, and they're saying already, he's gonna do this, he's gonna do that. I'm like, how do you know?
The reason why I don't like that is because you have to fill in the blanks to make up a story about these guys, bro. Because we don't know anything. So that's why everyone's story sounds different. There's always these little, you know that this happened. And I seen your tweet yesterday, and I can't remember what it was in response to. It was something just like I think something was about Edwards or who Edwards would have wanted and all that. And I'm like, this fan base is that pathetic as well. Because all of a sudden, when the narrative shifts and it's like, what did we talk about now? Okay, they're not going to win the league, so let's just pile on Klopp now and start to send out all the stories that every player that these like wanted who was good. Yeah. But I'm like, this is pointless, bro, because you basically just you're making it seem now like Klopp's an idiot, and every time he was going to pick a player, you picked an opposite one and it worked. That sounds like good PR for you, but at the end of the day, he's the one who had to manage the fuckers, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Nkunku one, okay, bro, but man's been injured for the whole time anyway, bro. Julian Brandt's not a bum, bro. I watch him every week. He's not a bum, bro. So it's one of them, man. It's dodgy.
People will have you believe. Just quickly, obviously, I just see.
Yeah, remember Blackburn was linked to thingies, Zidane and Ronaldinho, but.
Who? Oh yeah. Forget that. I remember Blackburn were linked. We're going to sign Lewandowski.
Lewandowski, yeah. So was Blackburn as well.
That was
Final-
real, by the way. That was real, by the way.
Yeah, it was real.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
I've heard him in a Polish interview even say it. I was gonna go Blackburn.
Them chicken man there, but Feyenoord are ready to conclude a deal for their manager Slot to become Liverpool's new boss within the next 48 hours. The Dutch club are trying to force a deal that would see Liverpool pay in excess of 10 million euros for their manager, a sum that would not include members of staff who would follow him to England. So we'd have to pay more than the 10 million, and I'm sure someone just put it in the chat that it will be more than that 10 million, 15 million or whatever it is. So yeah, it'll be pretty interesting, of course. When Slot does eventually come in, we just got to give the guy time, see what he can do.
I'll give him time. Did you see Fingy's Melissa Reddy's report yesterday on him?
His what, sir?
Melissa Reddy. Did you see a report on his Slot yesterday?
Savage, say it right, man. It's Quincy Bowles on and off girlfriend. On and off girlfriend.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I couldn't have a missus like that, not with that voice, bro. But Rev, if you watch that, you in particular, bro, it's not it, bro.
What did she do?
Everything she said everything she said about everything to do with him, because I don't watch him in it. So
yeah,
she basically said that you're just getting Klopp again.
Didn't I tell you that, Savage?
Last time go on Sky Sports Football. Just put it in YouTube and Melissa Reddy, because when I jumped off with you yesterday, it came out 3 hours before, and everything she said, we're talking about like if it's gonna happen and all this stuff and that. And then by the time I got to the end of it, I was like, okay, so basically, it's just Klopp with more energy. But it's only more energy.
Okay. It says the video is called "He Ticks All the Criteria." Okay, cool.
Yeah, the criteria is everything Klopp was doing and everything Klopp was able to do on the FSG. He's down to do it. That's basically it, bro. This is why his name come out of nowhere, bro. And I said this at the beginning when I was looking for a manager. They're just gonna go for someone who's gonna. Oh, bro, it's crazy stuff. It's crazy, bro.
I mean, Savage, what was it on Tuesday? The show that we did.
Yes,
I often just put time out.
Shameless plug.
How do you
TV.
keep it fun? Gamble safely with Betfred.
Let's cross live, shall we, to Liverpool. Join our senior reporter, Melissa Reddy, who's there for us. Melissa, lovely to see you. Thank you so much for coming on to share your thoughts on this. Why do you think it's Slot that Liverpool want at Anfield?
I think he ticks all of their key criteria, and the main ones of which is he's shown this consistent trend of implementing a very dominant, aggressive style of football and also improving players both individually and collectively, taking obscure talents and really making their gifts sing. Now, when you think of the post-Jurgen Klopp era, imagine how different things are going to feel around Liverpool, even for us covering them. And I think the last thing the club wants is for players to also have a big departure in their football. And with Slot, his approach and his preferred formations marry well already with what Liverpool currently do. So there's no stylistic upheaval for these players to absorb. Then you also look at the progression throughout his career, which builds up to that league title that he did win with Feyenoord last season. You can see a manager who's consistently evolving and growing and developing. And he still is so far away from his ceiling. There's a lot more to offer. And I think that's why he wants to take the next step in his career. And when we're looking at the managerial landscape this summer, I think the key thing for a lot of clubs is that now looking for that next batch of top talent.
What's Slot himself? You know, does he want to move to Anfield? I mean, you'd presume so, a massive club.
Yeah, all the indications are a very strong yes. The fact that the clubs are actually in discussions at the moment over him being appointed at Anfield is the clearest indication that he wants to succeed. Jurgen Klopp and sources in Holland told me this morning that they actually expect the process to be very, very speedy because of his desire to take this job.
Melissa, I mean, are Liverpool going to have to pay out some sort of compensation to Feyenoord, do we think?
Yes, and my understanding is it will be in the region of around £9 million. Now, both clubs, Feyenoord and Liverpool, they don't want to give minute-by-minute updates on how things are progressing, but I was told two very important things. Feyenoord want to make sure that this deal is right for them, and Liverpool are saying, an opening bid, it's just merely a starting point. So reports that an initial £7.75 million has been rejected, that's not really a massive thing, because when you put in your first formal offer, it really is just the start of the negotiation point. You're not going to go in immediately with your top offer for the manager. Now, the clubs have been very respectful. The relationship is quite good. And I think Feyenoord themselves, while the desire is to keep Slot, they're also understanding of the fact that he wants to test himself. And this is a really, really big opportunity. And they wouldn't want to stand in his way.
Melissa, I mean, you've already touched on it, haven't you, with his formation that he plays and his style of football. But does it feel like, in some ways, Slot is the natural successor to Klopp?
I don't think there is a natural successor to Jurgen Klopp. He is such a special individual. The bond he's developed with the squad, the club, the city, and I think just the Premier League in general will be remembered for decades to come. And from the onset, when he made his announcement, Liverpool were very clear that they're not looking for a Klopp 2.0, because there isn't one. And they don't want a Klopp light. What they ultimately want is somebody who can come in and continue this trend of playing very dominant, aggressive football. They've got a very, very strong structure off the pitch, Liverpool. So I think the main thing they were looking for is who can come in and continue our way of playing. And remember, Liverpool, it's not just the first team that's set up the way they do and have these footballing principles. It's all the way through the age group. So they need a form of continuity. And I think we also need to remember that Liverpool as a club today are very different from the club that Jurgen Klopp stepped into. They don't need that massive transformation and that aura. And also, if we're being honest with ourselves, as I explained, the managerial landscape is so different this summer that it's hard to actually find that aura in the next group of managers. You have to sort of take a risk, be brave, and hopefully develop the next one. I think that's what a lot of the top clubs are minded to be doing this summer.
Fairs. I'm not saying
Klopp.
king.
I
told you, bro.
This is Klopp. This is Dortmund Klopp.
If you just put the dots on his thing, you'd be like 100%, bro. Nah.
It's funny how she said
we bring it back in.
Liverpool doesn't want 2.0 Klopp and don't want Klopp light, and then eventually proceed to go get that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Aggressive manager that plays aggressive football. Do you know what I mean? Like,
what do we want, my brother? Like, what do we want? Because you're explaining exactly what we currently actually have at this moment in time. So just say that. I'd rather you just say that. Like, I'm actually good. Just say that we want.
Do you know what it is? I think FSG have got a problem, and the reason why they do is because obviously I don't know talk for Quasi or because I'm not sure. Big up to Quasi, but me and Savage and myself, Savage and G have all said, yeah, look, we like the Zerbi, we like that style of football, we like it, cool, let's bring him in, right? A lot of fans, though, when you're speaking to fans like in and around the city, you go and listen to Redmen TV, you listen to the other, like even like a Tom Little, you don't want to see that style of football. They don't want to see that style of football. And you have to make sure that that appointment fits in line with what the so-called the match-going fans and the fans that are in and around the city, the ones that spirit of Shankly fans.
What, if man goes to a game tomorrow, what, am I not a match-going fan? No. So my views don't count.
No, but let's be honest, man. we ain't got no impact on that spirit of Shankly. Do you know what I mean? Like when they're making
Them
decisions and
people,
speaking
man.
to the fan community, do you think they're shouting Quasi or myself to ask like what we think? Do you know what I mean? About the ticket prices? They're not. They're asking to speak to Spirit of Shankly, that group. So what I'm saying is they don't want that style of football because they don't think it's attractive. I think even like like a Gary Neville and staff, they've spoken about how the fact that he doesn't like that style of football himself, like that Pep Guardiola style of football. It's not entertaining for him. So they need to make sure that the football on the pitch is something that Liverpool fans are used to, innit? It's like you can't go from, being a team like that's mad. I don't like United have got this problem now where United brought in like Louis van Gaal, and Louis van Gaal tried to have this methodical approach to everything and was actually decent, but the fan just couldn't resonate with it because they wanted 2 forwards, 2 wingers that just never cut in and just whip the ball into the box. And unfortunately, they have to go with a manager that's going to be similar, innit? They can't go with the extreme, which actually makes me think that you know what, the Zerbi is not going to happen.
Honestly, bro,
Pep Guardiola available. I don't think you even go for him. That's how deep it is.
Yeah, man. Like forget Klopp for a second. Just look at when we watch games in it, and we're on content creators, so we do player ratings. You hear from all the fans and that, and everyone comes off and moans, bro, about what you score, and now they're moaning to keep it. I remember, bro. Right? So this is what they're going to talk about. This is what they're going to say. Like this is the Liverpool way now. Like they used to have the West Ham way, but no one's ever been able to show them what the West Ham way is.
Yeah, for real.
I understand the culture of the club.
Yeah, of course.
But that's not embedded in the football unless it's like. So Manchester United's old culture of their club was it's attacking football. All the intricacies of how you attack is two different. It's two different things. It's like saying Man City doesn't play attacking football. How they just won 5-0, bruv. They do play attacking football. The build-up might be a little bit slower than that, but when they decide to turn it up and De Bruyne just runs through your team, bruv, and he's scoring up Van Persie diving headers, and they're not enough, bruv.
Bro, I know, but it's mad. It's mad. Like I echo everything you're saying. I'm just thinking about. I'm like, you know what? That's what it is. They need to make sure that like it can't be a situation where the fans are sitting there and they're like, oh, why are we doing this like Javis or Barca style football where we're passing and it's mad slow and we might win a game 2 and 3-0, but we're not playing end to end. Remember Anfield, it's about can we get the crowd up? Can you have that connection?
That's what I was gonna say.
It's got to be that. So unfortunately, they've gone with a manager that he might be a bit more intricate. Maybe they've looked at that, but I've said he's still got to have those principles. That's why I kept hearing aggressive football. For me, aggressive football just means pressing wherever you're pressing.
Yeah.
Well, I was saying when I talked to Savage, the first time, I was doing my homework on University of YouTube, and the research that I got to I was like, this guy is Klopp when he was at Dortmund, 4-2-3-1 with Ganga pressing. That's exactly what we're gonna get. And Jerry's very right. Anfield and if you remember, we talked about why the EPL is the best league in the world is you want to put behind in the seats, right? And Anfield has a presence. Anfield has I hate that word, aura. And the aura is everybody has to be jumping up and down, creating that Euro night every game match, right?
It's all a myth, bro. It's all a myth, man. I'll just be honest, bro. Like, I'm a Liverpool fan. I love Anfield. Yeah, the European nights are special and that. But this Anfield thing's a myth, bro. We're not even top 5 for the loudest crowds and all that business. Maybe not top 10, bro. Can't talk to any of the Bundesliga sides. Not Frankfurt, none of them, bro.
And definitely not Galatasaray.
Not Panathinaikos. None of them, bro. Not Hamburg. Not Schalke. None of them, bro. It's all a myth, bro. How long before all the Shankly fans and that? How long before they hit the stairs, man? Because they need to go still. That's what's that's the problem, bro.
Savage just went left. I got this way here.
I'm not interested. It's like Man U fans talking about George Best and that, bro. I don't care, bro. What about us, bro? Why is it always? It's always cared about someone else, but every other fan, bro. I don't understand, bro. Well, they don't run So what? You can't do build-up play and have it not be slow. You literally can, bro. You literally can pass the ball a bit quicker, bro.
Thank you, G. You made it simple for all of us. We appreciate you, man.
No, but you know what's crazy though? What Savage just said there is true. You see, when people say Manchester City football is boring, I swear they had a season where they scored 100 goals in the Premier League. Is that boring to you? Because if that's boring to you, yeah, then we got
how exciting was the
but it is though. No, but it is. Do you know how often I've gone and heard, like, even Hussam, like, Man City, the football is boring. The football is boring, or this person's like, he said it. Like Tom said that it's boring. We have Gary Neville saying it's boring. Like people actually think that football is boring. That like if City wins the game 1 or 2-0. They find that boring. They find the patterns and all of that boring. They want an end-to-end game.
Because they need a 5-4 type of score. Like, bro, shut
but even if it's like a 2-1, but it's just end-to-end. Like anytime you have like end-to-end games, like Spurs against Liverpool, that's the type of games that a lot of fans like.
No, I don't want that on a consistent basis. I don't mind it every now and again, but I don't want to
the bias out of it, bruv.
Yeah.
You're a Liverpool fan and you want them to lose. It's boring that they keep winning. That's what's boring. It's boring that when they go 2-0 up, another team don't try and attack them. But their football, if you're the Man City fans, there's a reason why Man City fans don't call it boring, and it's everybody else. Bro. So we wouldn't call it boring when it's us and we're winning games, bruv. Just like when Conte came into Chelsea, lost the first 3 games, changed it up to a back 3, and then said, all right, 1-0 every game, Costa, and they won the league. It weren't boring to Chelsea fans, bro. Like, what are we doing here? So basically, winning's boring and a bunch of fucking losers, bro. Whole fan base, bro.
The boring thing is a myth on Pep because of the tiki-taka, so-called tiki-taka. But people don't understand that tiki-taka, Liverpool also, tiki-taka used to be called pass and move, right? And if you listen, if you read, I think Johan Cruyff's book, he actually made a reference, said that's another form where he also took it to Barcelona. Of course, he took it from the Dutch league, but he also referenced Liverpool years, the dominance of how Liverpool used to play back in the day. The part where people are using, when they say it's boring, they're using against Pep, not the team, because when he went to Bayern, the CEOs
if
and
you're
the
a St.
board.
James's Place customer, or you have been in the last 10 years, you need to know about this. In recent weeks, St. James's Place have...
Nobody care about James's Place.
Father well and back in training yesterday.
Who's back in training?
After the Merseyside derby, obviously...
Bro, G just got off Quasi,
It just started playing.
I would imagine he'd be back in the squad after.
Yeah. Little Samuel is born. Don't know the time exactly, but according to him, everything fine. Mom well, boy well, father well, and back in training yesterday.
We got Cody.
After the Merseyside derby, obviously Virgil spoke about looking at yourselves in the mirror and rediscovering that desire in the title race. I know you spoke about needing to get your own results right, otherwise whatever Arsenal or City do is irrelevant. But whether or not you expect City and Arsenal to drop points between now and the end of the season, how do you pick yourselves up to go again and make sure that those two above you don't have a comfortable ride?
Yeah, it's definitely the job, and it's a challenge as well. So because I think I can't remember I've ever been as disappointed or frustrated after a game like I was after the Everton game, and I lost obviously, unfortunately, a lot of games in my life, but it was special. We were not there, and you see the other two teams playing, Arsenal and City. Well, I didn't watch it, but I know obviously about the games, and playing very positive football, high results, blah, blah, blah. We are where we are in the table because we are able to play positive football in this decisive area. We don't play positive football. I blame myself absolutely for that I don't know 100. I don't know how it happened, but I'm responsible for the mood the team is in. And this team was not, I don't say now it's the best place, Goodison Park, for a Liverpool team to play the most positive football. You have to put a fight out there, stuff like this. We lost pretty much all the decisive battles, at least. That was really, really bad. But in general, it's now like 1 or 2 weeks where we are just not, we don't play positive football. We have chances, blah, 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 all these kinds of things. But in the end, it always feels we are catching up with something. We try to catch up with something, and it's not that how it was. So now, quick turnaround, quickest possible turnaround. And we have to do that. So sounds already great. You have to be positive. So something is not right in that phrase, but I will try my absolute everything that I can enjoy a little bit of our football again, because that was obviously not possible in the last game. not possible at all. And that's it. And I cannot sit here and say I think they still feel us around. I'm pretty sure Arsenal and City see it now as a two-horse race. They might have to say something else publicly, but they don't expect for themselves to lose 2 games from now on. I don't think so. I don't expect them to do that. If they do it, we would be completely silly if we would then not be around. So I don't think it will happen. But if it happens, then we should be there. That means we have to win our football games, starting with West Ham against an opponent who is in, maybe, I'm not 100% sure, but maybe similar situation as we are, because they lost their last game properly, I think. So they want and have to show a reaction. We want and have to show a reaction. So let's see who can do that better.
I'll ask you, there's 2 final things I can put to you, just because I need to come back at something there, because you said that you take responsibility.
Of course I do.
At the same time, though, isn't it something to do with the relative inexperience of the group as a whole, being in this position? Because so much change.
Look, we can mention a lot of stuff. Is it possible that we were a bit tired or whatever? Yeah, of course. It's tough, long season for different reasons. Not all the players played all the games, but they're coming back from injuries. Trent Alexander-Arnold, as an example, played outstanding against Fulham, and then against Everton. Was it a little bit too much? Maybe, but we need him, obviously. So can he be on top of his game? Nah, probably not. Others play all the time, or very often, or were injured first time in a career, really, for a long time, stuff like this. So, and of course, not in a good moment, 1 or 2 as well. So that's the situation. Tough schedule, definitely. But inexperience as well. So of course I could. So did anybody expect us to become champion at the beginning of the season? No, but it developed in this direction. We go now to Aston Villa. They have a few points less than us, so we need still points to be definitely, and Tottenham, we need still points to be definitely qualified for the Champions League, which is obviously a real target. But nobody here is happy at all. But that's because they're probably happy. At Aston Villa, we're happy with the situation there, and rightly so. Just to explain how different it is, we cannot go back to the point where we say, yeah, but it's good enough. It is very good, but because we were that close, of course, we are very, very disappointed in this moment in time, and that's how it is. We cannot change that. Is this group not as experienced as the group we had before? Yes, of course. So they will. That's the good thing about it. The worst thing about the defeat is if we don't learn from it. So we have to learn from it in the short term, not like this anymore, and the boys have to learn from it in the long term as well, with different manager next year, stuff like this, but they will be in similar situations, and that's obviously what they can use in these moments. Experience you cannot buy, you only can make yourself. So we made a really tough one, and let's hope we can use that in the short term for the next game. In the long term, it will help definitely.
And as you said, a new manager, can I ask? Obviously, Arne Slot has said that he would like to be your successor. He said that last night. What do you think of him as a coach and a possible successor to you? And how would you describe the job that he would be taking on?
So I didn't read anything, but Tony told me that Arne said something. So I don't know anything about it. Not involved in the process, just to clarify that. So club-wise, I mean. But I like a lot about it at the first moment that if he is the one that he wants to take the job, really, and was desperate, but come on, let's go for it, excited rather. I like the way his team played football. I can say that definitely. All the things I hear about him as a guy, good guy. Some people I know him. I don't know him yet, but some people tell me that he's a really good guy, and I like that a lot. So, good coach, good guy. Looking forward for the club if he's the solution or the man. Then I'm more than happy. It's not up to me to judge these things, but that sounds all really good to me. What was the rest of the question?
What kind of job is he taking? How would you describe it?
Best job in the world, best club in the world, best job in the world. And obviously now help even with not finishing on a high, it looks like. So there's space for improvement, let me say it like that. Great job, great team, fantastic people. It takes a good, would take a really, really interesting job.
said there, really about finishing on a high. 4 games left. What's the process? How do you approach these final 4?
Step by step, game by game. But we are going to do it differently. So we obviously played just the other night and play tomorrow at 12:30. So in 24 hours, pretty much. That's it. And that's the first game we think about. We are concerned about. Then we have the first normal weeks for ages. So with long turnarounds. And that's it. So don't get me wrong. Nobody gave up here. We just need to be realistic. So we need, I think both of them must lose 2 games. First of all, we have to win 4, and they have to, if they have to lose 2 games. They didn't lose 2 games, I don't know since when, so why should it start now? But if it happens, we have to be there, stuff like this. That's the situation. I'm not this kind of guy who's like, we will be 100%, we get them, and everybody thinks this is a bit dumb or what. I might be, but not in that way. So, yeah, that's it. That's the approach. How I said, I didn't like our football, and I hope I can help the boys to play better and much more positive football again.
And as for West Ham, they've been a little bit of a mixed bag this season. You said it before that they'll need to show a reaction.
No, I don't say they need to show. I think they want to.
Okay.
It's not. I mean, it's not about me to tell them what they have to show. Actually, I would hope for a lot of things, but not that they show a reaction. But yeah, what?
And what have you made of them so far, particularly over the last few games?
David is one of the best colleagues. We don't have time really to spend together, but we spoke actually over the years a lot before games or whatever. Like him a lot, respect him a lot. I think he's doing an incredible job, to be honest. I like the team they have. It's offensively, really talented. Good transfers. Bowen said it a couple of times. One of my favorite players. Like a lot the way he developed since he came from Hull. Kudus, super talented. Paqueta. Michael Antonio, top striker. So that's a really, and when Bowen plays up there, then they find another solution. These kind of things. Ward-Pro, super smart signing for West Ham, I have to say, and then all the other guys settle around. So I think I heard once a press conference of David when he said, "What do you want us to achieve?" So there are 6 teams in the league. They have to be in this moment in time above West Ham. Not all of them are, but they actually I would say they have to. And that means 7th is pretty much the best you can achieve. And they did that and better now for a few years. I really think he's doing a ridiculous job there, to be honest, and ridiculously well, a good job. And that's it.
If there are no more twists now in the title race, and that is it, how will you assess the end of your final season?
I would not assess it now, especially. So I have no clue. So I'm not in the mood to give up, to wave the white flag, to these kind of things. I just think we have to look first after ourselves, just make sure we play better football. I said after the game, why should a team who plays like us against Everton, why should we be champion? So, but the football we played before, a lot of good stuff, surprisingly good stuff. In January, we looked invincible, undefeatable, with a deflated squad, with really problems, but everybody went the direction, go for it. We were a real pain for everybody, squeezed out results, or played really well. So everything was kind of a mix of a lot of things. So we deserve to be where we are. And now we have to use it. I want us to use the situation. I want us to don't feel the pressure for whatever reason it is. Yes, the individual performances were not great now in that, not only individual, that sums up to a not great team performance in that game and maybe in one of the other games as well. But the boys are incredible footballers. So when I see that's my job to create an atmosphere where they can be the best version of themselves. And that's obviously what I have failed. I don't know how, and I had now 40, 50 hours time to think about it. I don't know where it happened, but I didn't see anything of what we wanted to be at the Everton game, to be honest. So, and So now we had another few hours, and now we try to be much more ourselves again.
James?
Yeah, just with Darwin and Mo, how as a manager, how can you get them going again?
That's always the most tricky thing to do. So strikers not striking, not scoring. It's like whatever I say. It's tricky. Strikers have to go through these things. So that's how it is. That's a striker's life. Goalkeeper's life is make 500 save and one holer. And everybody talks about this. Striker's life, you score all the time, then you don't score for a while, and then everybody asks you why you don't score. So it's the most difficult thing in the world and can sometimes be the most easy thing in the world. Depends to the assists you get. We had obviously good chances against Everton. I saw as well we were a bit in a rush in finishing them off. So we have to calm ourselves down, create again, and try to get in the right positions to finish the situations off. But if there would be the one solution who brings each striker after missing a few chances directly back to his best, there would be a really rich man who can write that book, or woman who can write that book. And you have to go through it. And I try to help them to speeding it up. That says nothing about the quality of the boys. It's just a moment. And generally, our timing is not fantastic for that in a moment for all of us. So that we just now are not, or were not, I wouldn't say, were not great for these last 2 weeks or so, or parts of that. Yeah, timing is not great, and I'm really sorry for that. But it is how it is, and now we have to. We want to start again. We have 4 games to go, 12 points to get. If you ask me, I want them all.
Apologies for squeeze for time. It's my fault. I'm the back last one.
Yeah, just on Connor and Diogo, how are they progressing?
Yeah, both not ready. Progressing well, not ready. And I nobody told me yet they will start training in the next few days. So yeah, I think that will take time a little bit.
Thank you. Quickly.
Thank you. Welcome.
Seem like a lot more questions than normal, isn't it?
Yeah, that seemed, man.
You man in the chat are key stage 2, bro. I'm telling
Bruv,
you. How man getting confused about simple things, bro? Man could just not watch it and come back when it's done. I don't understand, bro.
Nah, you lot making me laugh.
Bro. You know, exciting press conferences, bro. That's how they always are.
No, it's true. And I think what annoyed me about that press conference more than anything was just the fact that it was only maybe like the last 3 questions that we needed to even hear, because the rest was just silly stuff. And sometimes
that's what I'm saying. They're all the same, bro. They're all the same. Yeah. It's not even just his press conferences. I watch Arteta's and Pep's as well, bro, and they're the same, bro. The only difference is the mood of the manager, depending on whether they've won games or lost the game. That's it. Or if there's a ref decision to talk about. That's literally it, bro. Because realistically, these conference could be, you didn't do too good last game. How'd you feeling on it? And then all you need to do is repeat what you said at the end of the last press conference and go, okay, do you got any injuries? Yes, no. Is Cody back? Yes, no. Okay. What do you think about West Ham? I think they're great. Then it's done. That's it. It only needs to take 5 minutes, bro.
Nah, that's true.
But journalists love it, bro. They get excited to be in that room, bro.
Yeah, and now you just I just want to ask a question so that my question can be the one that's
that's what it is.
Like, bro, I don't need to. Yeah, I don't need you to do all of that.
I've just had a before we go. I've just deeped it. Slot is actually going to be the manager.
They have made official.
No, but
the fact that Klopp's
even mentioning in it, and he's saying, "Look, I've spoken to him. Yeah, good player. I mean, good manager. I haven't met him, but yeah, cool. Like it's done, innit? Like it's done. I'm seeing
it's done, Jerry. Because normally, if Klopp would say, "I'm not speaking about it," if he doesn't know anything, he does
I'm seeing here people are saying, well, yeah, like even Terry's saying slot done in the next 48 hours.
Yeah, because I never saw the interview, but I saw that the interview. There was an interview what was reported yesterday that they asked him.
Slot. They asked him. He said, "I want to go."
Yeah,
I want to go. I can't believe.
Yeah, act like you've been here, my brother. Act like you've been here.
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Yes, G, I saw that. I saw that on your tweet. What do you mean by that?
Because it's almost like when you take that one friend to the club and then there's just bare chicks around, and they don't seem to know how to behave when they're in and around. So it's like, yo, behave like you've been here. You get what I mean? Like, behave like.
But what did he do that made you think, yeah, he's getting a bit excited?
You know what? Let's put it this way: if you can find one while you're chilling there, find another manager who will speak about joining another team whilst their team is literally about to play maybe like an hour, 2 hours.
The second.
Sorry?
Yeah,
the second in the table as well.
Oh, and yeah, sorry. And they said, I think someone said PSV ended up winning the league, but they're sitting second in the table. They're sitting second in the table. Cool. But you're just about to play a game. I would think that in these kind of moments, obviously, he said it. It's one of those tongue in cheek. It's not really that mad. And what I said was tongue in cheek as well. But at the same time, I do mean it because I'm like, bro, I like you been here, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to, not that I don't want to see it, but it's just when I saw it, I was like, I don't feel like I would have seen, I don't know, Alonso do something like that or someone else do something of that kind of ilk. So as soon as I saw it, I was like, really? Like, bro, like just behave, man. Like don't get too giddy.
Like I know what you mean. Like he's letting the cat out of the bag. He's letting the cat out of the bag before even the club said anything. He's already
before
like,
even the club have it. Like, listen,
they don't want to go. Like, mad excited, yeah.
Bro. Like, if the club had already, bro, of course. Now you know what I mean. You've got the, would I say, somewhat right. And at the end of the day, it is about you anyway. So that's cool. And again, I'm not trying to make a big deal out of it. I don't want people to think I'm going overboard. That was just that one moment. But when I saw it, I was like, bro, act like you've been here, bro. Man, I can't take you to the club and now you see bare chicks, you're just moving hungry. Nah, man, you're gonna have to starve at home, bro, because I don't really like all of that kind of stuff. But you know what I mean?
He must be mad excited, bro, to move from final to Liverpool. He must be crazy excited, bro.
Oh shit. Big up ends, man. Big up ends in the building, man. Hope you're well.
Yeah, my man don't want to
Hollywood ends, you know.
man.
Come on.
I know you guys
They
say
let you off the island, bro. Epps let you out on that, bro.
Bro, you can hear his voice. Listen to Ends' voice. That's crazy. It sounded different than that. That's why I've been on the island too long, bro.
What's Pleasure Island saying, bro? Good.
Yeah, it was good still, man. Back now, so yeah, man, let's get it, bro.
Hey, I don't want to get what you got. But anyway, let's go into the lineup. Let's go into the lineup. Big up Ends anyway.
Take out Allison, bro.
Happy birthday, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
I mean, okay. I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you, and I'm not here to judge your choices. If everyone else agrees, then yeah, we'll do that. But obviously, to the game, he obviously spoke about basically that we already knew Diogo in here. Connor, I don't even know why they asked about Connor Bradley. I felt like that was you just wanted to ask a question because we didn't need to know about Connor Bradley. I didn't need to know because it's not pertinent to the game that we've got tomorrow. But Fez, he asked about that. Diogo's not here. Cody. Did they actually say whether Cody will be back, or did he just say how he?
No, he said he's back. That's the first one he said.
Cool. Yeah. So Cody's back, and yeah, everything else should be exactly the same as it was.
That's what creasing that, man. That's what the first question was. Man missed it. Said any injuries? How's Cody? And then he said no, more injuries. And then yeah, Cody's back. And then he said
like, mum's fine. The way he said it was like he wasn't happy. He was like, kid's fine, mother's fine.
Yeah, that's all I heard though. Yeah, I heard Cody say, and then all I heard was the next bit.
He said the name of the kid, innit? That's what he said. He said Samuel's fine or something like that. And I was like, the fuck is?
Okay.
Listen, man, I don't want to be that guy, bro. But Samuel, bro, you could have waited, bro, because we lost against Everton because of you. We had Nunez up front. Now I want to know when she gave birth, bro, because I told you, bro, she better give birth within that time slot, bro. Otherwise, a waste of time, bro.
It's when she didn't give birth till literally the next morning, and she probably didn't even. She wasn't in labor. You know, when it's like pre-labor, like kind of.
She got induced in that, bro.
Yeah, she got induced. So that's going to be at least about 8 hours before you even.
A bit awkward for Gakpo though, bro, because more times she's in a private hospital in St. Helens or something. Bare Everton fans around there, bro.
I can imagine. Unless he done a home birth. Unless he done a home birth thing.
You think Trent and that are looking at him awkward? Like, you know, you had to deal with Nunez and you decided to do that.
True that. But if Trent tries to give him a dirty look in that, if I was Gakpo, I'd look at Trent back. You can't talk, man. The way you.
I was about to say that Trent can't open his mouth right now. If I was Trent, don't even show up to training, man.
Where's your Kobe mentality? Where's your Mamba mentality?
He's the captain, bro. He's the captain.
You men are dumb. Just letting you guys know. You know.
I've seen what he did for the second goal, and it's unforgivable, man.
Look at back rub on that, bro. Told you, blood. Look at back rub.
That's the back rub. To be honest, it wasn't even a good back rub. That's the maddest thing about it. Like,
I saw one guy on Twitter, bro, blaming Subbo for it. Man wrote down a mad paragraph and then played the video and said this was Sobo's fault.
What for which goal?
The second goal.
For the second goal, bro. I couldn't be, bro. I read it. It was like, look at his marking here. He loses his man. That made Virgil lose. I'm like, but it's Trent's guy, bro. Like,
it was a corner kick, wasn't it?
Bro. Yeah. No. The second goal.
Yeah, it was a corner.
It was. The second goal was a corner kick.
It was ECL's header. Boom.
Yeah.
That's what happened. He jumped up and Trent rubbed his back for him, bro. Just looked at him.
Yeah, tapped him on his back, bro.
I thought that was a cross. I thought that was a cross.
Trent was out here playing dot goose and that blood just marking him.
Do you know what it looked like? It looked like he knew he was gonna get dunked, but he doesn't want to get posterized. So it's just like it's calm, innit? Like he's coming, innit? We're gonna go the other end and score.
He saw it. The only thing he could have done was just stand in front of him.
I'll be real. Trent just looked like he just wasn't even. I've done that bare times in the box. I'm not marking, bro. You marking, bro? Like, and then now it's already happened. Now, what are we gonna do now? We're here. Like, I'm chilling. You know what? Obviously, I don't know which one of you said it. Like, I think we do zonal marking. So it just seemed like he said he'll turn around and be like, "Brother, I was in my zone. You see that goal? That's in your. You see when on the line here, Klopp said stay in this zone, bro. So I don't need to go into that zone. So he's your man. That's what it seemed like in that situation. This is my zone. Even if he runs into this, that's you, bro. Like you gotta communicate that. So listen, man. Trent don't care. Mr. Adidas and that, he don't care.
Oh man,
he don't care. All right, cool.
I will strip him of that captainship. If I keep quiet. I keep quiet.
Hey. This is why Klopp gets paid 50 million a year, and this is why we talk about him getting paid 50 million a year. Guys, I've already put the two players in. I hear what you're saying, Ends obviously taking out
Kelleher.
Why take Kelleher out? This guy.
Explain.
What's the difference? Explain to me what the difference is.
The difference is not the goalies, it's the defense. And the whole team, actually.
They both can.
Nah, Alisson makes the defense more nervous, bro. Trust me.
Just put Kelleher in, bro. We want to do the slow progressive passing, so put Kelleher in.
Alisson looks like he started kicking ball at like 13.
Man can kick.
Don't do that to him, bro.
You know, he started kicking ball at 13, but started in defense, and they were like, you know what? You're gonna go and goal. And he just started throwing himself at everything, and it just became a hard goal.
You know, like with some goalkeepers, I always hear, "Oh, they used to play another position." I don't feel like he was someone who used to play another position.
That's my point. Yeah, it was just
he don't look like that type of guy.
Like Ederson was a forward. You can see it.
Yeah, you can just see.
Keller was a forward. He looks like if he had a kit on, he looked like a footballer. If Alisson had that red jersey on, yeah, and we saw him just like back of him just kicking ball, we'd be like, "Rah, what fans going onto the pitch?" You know what I mean?
All right, I've put Virgil in there. Who would you partner with Virgil in this game?
Kwanzaa.
That's mad. That's so mad. Like just even hear the man say Kwanzaa so quick, didn't even blink to say, "Oh no, maybe tonight."
Are you asking everyone, or are you just asking them to? Because they got their agendas.
Who's the two?
What agenda?
I know. And which two? Kwasi and Jerry.
Wait.
Speak, my brother.
Speak.
Speak, bro. Man in the chat saying Kwanzaa anyway.
One of the three is that you cursed Kanate still since the Saliba talk. That's what the streets are saying, bro.
The streets are crazy, man. It's fine.
I know, man. The timeline matches up, though.
Hey, listen, I'm saying sometimes if Kwanzaa have a dead game, they'll say play Kanate, bro. So
Kwanzaa don't really have dead games like that. Still.
I hear it, and I'm just saying, innit, man will do. Look how quickly man wanted him out the team after the pass against Man United.
Yeah, man, you took man.
They wanted him, but they only wanted Konate in there for pace and strength. Recently, he's been getting bullied. So what is he offering us?
All right, yeah, man. Let's put Kwanzaa in.
So after all of that, you succumb to saying,
I've been outvoted anyway. I'm just saying.
We didn't even hear you vote. Never mind.
No, bro. As in, really and truly, unless Kwasi said Kwanzaa as well, then it would be 2-2 regardless. If Kwasi says Konate.
Do you know the worst thing about it is as well? Is I know for a fact, yeah, if End was a coach, yeah, and he had a Konate style centre back like in his team in his age group, he's never seen the pitch.
He's been caught out here, bro.
You put him in the back three though, Jerry, man. That's what I'm saying. You just throw him in the back.
All of that stuff now. Now we have to change up for him.
Back three to give him minutes, like that.
Yeah,
we've got to change it up because he needs some minutes. The mum's gonna get on to me after the game.
Exactly. You gotta give him my minutes and explain to his mum, listen, it's not good enough, but it is what it is. I'm playing, man. Play Konate, man. Can't knock him because of that game, but you guys have voted, so can't say it.
I'll go Trent right back, I'm assuming, because there is
Gomez.
Gomez, bro.
No, I was gonna go Gomez at left back still. What?
Yeah, I'm getting Trent and Gomez at left back.
Yeah, that's what I'm going.
I'll put Robo on left back.
No, Robo needs to sit down for it.
Trent,
no. Robo has to answer his sins from the last game, bro. If you can't just play him.
All right.
Who
would you go right back? Forget the left back position, regardless. We'll get to that.
Trent's playing, bro.
Okay, man, the same put Gomez at right back. I'm just asking.
Yeah, man, just for Paqueta to kill Trent, bro. That's what's gonna happen on that left side, bro.
But you guys are saying put Gomez as the left back.
Yeah.
Go on. I didn't watch the game.
I don't want to say I'm not, giving everyone their votes.
All I remember was the first West Ham game of the season when Paqueta was on that left side, bro. This man bullied us for a whole half of football, boy.
Yeah, he was just breaking down and dribbling everyone, bro. It was crazy.
That's mad. You lot in the chat as well, you're all saying Gomez is flip it. All right, cool.
I saw one Simicast,
Yeah, bro, I saw one. Yeah, captain's out. I saw that Simicast. Don't try to slide it in there, bro. Pause.
Yeah, throw it in there.
All right. This position here, though.
6, Curtis.
That's a different choice.
Wataru. I don't want McAllister in the 6 ever again.
Put Endo in there, man.
Curtis.
Yeah, Wataru, man.
Curtis,
all right, Gary, break the tie so I don't have to break it for these guys.
I hear the Curtis shouts, but I think it's going to be Endo, man.
Yeah. So
I hear the Curtis shouts, though.
Explain the Curtis one, ends.
Yeah, anyway. I want to know. I don't know why people are saying Curtis as a 6.
Nah, do you know what it is? I mentioned it from the Everton game. Obviously, I didn't watch the game, so I don't know how that panned out and how we looked in it. But from what you guys have said, we was just dead. Like everyone thinks that it has to be someone in there that's going to be running around, chopping man down and bullying man. We just need someone in there that's press proven, bro. Curtis is press proven. You can't, when you press him, he'll just turn you and he'll keep it simple. Wataru at the moment, bro, every time someone presses him, he just loses the ball. And we keep getting caught out with it from what I've seen of recent.
It's true. And McAllister isn't even press resistant like that.
And McAllister
holds
on to it too long when he doesn't need to. Because he's like, I trust my ability, which is fine. That's perfect. But sometimes we just need you to release it. You already killed the man off with the turn. Just release it. I just want to try, bro. What have we now got to lose? What, the Premier League? We already done that now. So let's just try some shit, bro. Why not? Fuck it.
Everything match. He should have gone with the same midfield he played at Fulham.
Whatever we were doing, it's not what
Gravenberch should have gotten the chair. Should have played. I understand with McAllister. Yeah, put McAllister there. Jones had no business playing that game that day.
But we know
Off
the
the
problem.
bench, maybe.
Since we let Sabozla back in the team, we've been shit, bro. That's what's happened, bro. I can't
even lie. I don't want Sabozla playing in this game, so I don't know what you man are saying. I'm with Savage there in that one, so I can't lie. I don't really want him playing in this game. I'm tired of seeing him. Of seeing him always getting a run out, and you're not even doing the job, and then you're constantly getting a run out, bro. Like at some point, you have to start touching bench, bro. Can't just keep playing.
You guys dropped out Konate because he was shit in the last game, I presume, right? So Curtis and Mac was dead food as well.
Mm-hmm.
Not just that though, because before that,
I don't think it's just the last game though. I feel like it's been a good couple games that he's played.
He's been rotating that centre back position each game, so that's why
you can't trust him anyway. So why would you even
bro? I'm just saying, innit? That's the reason why I thought you man dropped my man out, bro. Allow me.
Hey, look, and without you know what I mean, just jumping in. Why don't you ask someone first, and then we'll tell you, and then you can then formulate your answer from there, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just jump in the gun.
Next time, sorry, I'll ask. Sorry.
No, and it's absolutely fine. Sometimes we all miscommunicate what we're trying to say. That's fine, bro.
Apologies.
You ain't got to apologize, bro. Left centre mid, bro.
Gravenberch.
Oh shit, yeah, man. Play Grabbers.
How is a guy score a goal against Fulham and don't get a run?
No.
But he wasn't that good in the game, though, bro.
Yeah, because they allow it, bro. You're part of the problem if you're saying that, man. That
I
doesn't.
said Grab. I agree with you. I said Grab should play.
Yeah, but that doesn't. That's not the reason why I'm starting him. But that doesn't equate starting because you scored a goal, bro. Because Salah's been shit for 6 months, bro, and still starts, bro. So I don't get.
Salah should be coming off the bench. I'm sorry.
Hey, bro, you come off the bench.
No, but
Salah should be coming off the bench, man. Come
all of this
on.
beef, like this hatred that you got in your heart, yo, let that go, bro. Man, let that go.
G, I thought you said
I'm down with this,
entitled
man.
to their opinions, bro.
Nah, G's all right as long as you don't go too hard on Salah. Allow him, innit?
Yeah. Like no. But Savage, I feel like we go too far with it. Like I don't mind you saying, yeah, you know what I mean.
You know, it's because one person said something, then Salah gets
Nah. If we had all that heat, wait, Savage. If we had all that heat on Klopp, we could have the same thing on the players. Trent bench, Salah bench, all of them, man. You can't come out at Derby, bro.
Quasi, bro.
We ain't even got to the right wing.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there when we get there. But if I hear any foul language, bro, like
He lost it. I was like Salah bench, Szoboszlai bench, Trent bench, Alisson bench.
Bro, you just want to bench the whole team and then you're gonna complain when we're playing dead.
I'm tired of all of them, man.
At least when you look at the bench, you go, oh, these men can come on to do something.
Nah, I hear it. All right, left centre mid then. Left centre mid. We were saying
I'm going Gravel, Curtis. This one of them.
I go Gravenberch, man. Gravenberch.
I actually don't think Curtis. I don't think Curtis was that bad the last game. So
put him in the 6.
But yeah, Gravel's playing, man. Energy in it.
All right. We'll go left wing first. Before we dive into that right wing.
Gap bro. Easy. Light work.
I'll put Gap on the left.
Wait. Listen, you've been abroad, bro. So wait 1 second, bro. Don't say light work because light work makes it sound like Diaz has been shit, and that's why he got
Diaz did well.
He's been the best player, bro. So
yeah,
but
Diaz on the right.
Well, actually, you know what's gonna happen? Gakpo's gonna say, he's gonna do it for his kid.
Wait my turn. Sorry, go ahead, guys.
Jerry, what would you put left wing, bro?
Gakpo as well. Gakpo as well.
Savage.
Yeah, Gakpo.
Quasi.
Gakpo.
Ends.
Light work, bro. Gakpo, man. Cody. Newborn and that. He's definitely scoring.
Oh, here we go. This is what I'm saying.
Or he's gonna be so tired from the night.
Bro, don't give him excuses already. That's what's gonna happen.
But you know the night, though. You know the night.
Oh, you have to got a newborn like he gave birth and that.
Bro, listen. I was tired for the night as well, my guy.
It'll be this one. When Fab was rubbish last season and said it's because he gave birth and he had to sleep in a hotel. I don't know where man got the information.
I don't know where they go. Yeah.
The bottom line is apparently rubbish because the blonde thing left him. Crazy. That's you know what I mean. Salah, he was fasting. That's why he's been crap. Okay, so there's just excuses for everyone on it, bro. Allow it, man.
No, he's gonna score, man. He's cooking. He'll cook.
Oh, and he'll do the thing, you know, when you get the ball and you put it on the. Okay, fair enough. Yeah,
he's gonna suck his thumb and that run off like a idiot.
No.
He sounds your thumb's been touching grass all day. Anyway, who's going up front?
Kid don't care, bro. He's just out here trying to get some titty milk and that. He don't care about your shit celebration, bro. He ain't gonna notice that till he's 5, bro.
Wow.
Jesus. Yeah, big up promo. Yeah, that's what I say all the time, man. Just dribble, Miss Jinky and them thing there. Who's up front? That's where we only have one person really to go up front. Oh no, we don't.
The dance chat. Yo, them lot put that
in there.
You put Dan's in there. Oh, come on. But the thing is, everyone's been saying Danzo. Like I saw. Don't worry, people. I saw the comments earlier. Man, are saying Dan's from time.
Yeah, Dan's.
Put Dan's in there.
Yeah, why not? Is he even on it?
Nunez.
Nah,
I think he is.
Ends allow it, bro. Someone gives it
else in there, like Dan Smith or something.
Nunez, bro.
You know what?
In Nunez, we trust.
Who's we? We's French, bro. That's.
There we go.
Bro, going up there.
Oh, fucking hell, bro.
Nunez.
Line for that.
You know, Nunez is going up there.
He's not. You see, Klopp
to be fair, it looked like Klopp would have brought him on against Everton, but he knew the game state.
He said in the press conference after. He said he didn't want to do that. I think he didn't. Dan will play some part in this game. So
did you guys not see like Nunez tried to speak to Klopp and Klopp told him to shush?
Yeah, hush your noise, blood.
Just
Stop
say
you trying to ruin my end to the season and that, you pussy old blood. Sit down, man.
manager for 4 more games. Relax, man. Go and retire, man.
Why you getting mad at Klopp? Like, what? Go on, like, what
Oh
do
yeah,
you do?
man. Well, for the he's Darwin Defense League, isn't it?
Makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, Darwin. Let's go, man. Put Darwin up top, bro. Dan's ain't seen.
I cannot believe you're still backing this, brother.
Bro, geez, Jerry, it's easy for him to say, man. Man's been on holiday and toes in the sand and that, bro. He ain't had to witness what we witnessed, bro.
Yeah, you've been on the island for too long, bro. Like,
Hey, listen, nah, man. Dan's ain't gonna see.
I don't even know who it is.
He ain't
Don't
gonna
put
see.
Michael Smith in and that.
Bro, I just put Smith in. That was the first thing that come up. Like, I don't even know why.
G, just delete that and type in Liverpool, and he might come up.
It won't
You think
come
so?
up.
Have you guys tried to do it before?
I've tried it.
Hey,
I've tried
listen.
it before. It don't pop up.
I know you man don't know how to use this properly. It's fine, bro. Just wait. Let it load up.
Just do what the racists do, man. Just put Kai Gordon in or something. They all look the same. Like,
In it. That's what you need to do. Just put Gordon in there.
yeah, man. Put it in, man.
Man said just put Clyde Gordon in there.
Bruv, you know what it is with light skin Afro thing and that, bro. You know how it goes, bruv.
Just put Fellaini in there. Is Fellaini there? Just put Fellaini in there.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a player who had a bit of an afro. I just put Gordon in there for that.
There you go, man. If you squint your eyes, same thing.
You don't like that?
Wow.
Yo, the racism is real.
You can't be racist and dark skinned, bruv. Because if you say anything back to me, that sounds racist, bruv. I'm all right. So
Hey, I saw one mad joke here.
yeah, don't allow it.
Right wing.
Yes.
Man, after still. That shit's funny. Diaz.
Yeah, I was gonna say Harvey, but yeah.
No, Diaz.
To be fair, I thought someone was going to put Harvey in for like one of these positions.
No, you know what it is? I was trying to remember how many games Diaz has played in a row without stuff.
That's what I was thinking, bro. He's played bare games, bro.
Yeah. Because he played in the Atalanta game as well, innit? So he's just been playing the whole time.
Hey, question: would you guys start Salah up front?
No.
Did you not see that we didn't put him in?
No, I was asking, bro.
Oh, you're asking dumb questions, bro. Can't you see that he's not in there, bro?
I keep telling Enz about these dumb questions that he keeps asking. Bro. I thought you stopped doing that stuff, bro. Like, we did it in the spaces. We said no. Now you're here doing us.
Fucking hell. All right, man. I thought this was a space where you could ask questions, bro.
Yeah, that are not dumb. That's fine. Let the people in the chat do that. I mean, we're the content creators. We gotta ask the.
Ask it.
All right, cool. So we're thinking.
Nah, John, don't kiss your teeth, bro. Just play him up top, man. Might score.
I mean, who don't I agree with? It would only be what's N said about Nunez. About I don't know if Dan's would start the game, but if he did, bro, Nunez got to look at that and think, brother, I'm leaving this shit, man, because I can't have this 18-year-old, however old he is, just be taking my spot for this.
Guys, at this point, do you celebrate Nunez's goals if he scores any?
That's a good question.
And then
I celebrate everyone's goals.
No, I'm just asking that. Jokes aside, because obviously up here, does man celebrate goal if he scores, or does man just turn the TV off and wait till him stop celebrating?
No, always celebrate goals.
Bro, I'll be like, oh yeah, he did his thing, and then.
But there is context to, like, if you miss like 5 chances, easy chances, then you scored, and I'm like, I'm glad we scored, and I just move on. I don't celebrate.
I'm not gonna lie. The last time I celebrated a Nunez goal was Newcastle. Before that, I didn't celebrate.
Yeah, they realized we played Newcastle in 2023. You know,
the one in August.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one where he's sliding around and that. After that, I haven't not celebrated one Nunez goal. I'm gonna be deadly honest. I've got an agenda, and it's just about, do you know what I mean, enlightening football fans' minds into what is a good player, and he's a terrible player, man.
You know what's mad? Big up Any, big up Roms, big up Saint. Yes, yeah. You're not getting away with this as well. Who else is there? Big up Ram. Big up Ends as well. Well, Ends not so much, but the rest of them, you know what I'm saying? See that money you put into Nunez? Yeah, it's gone now. It's definitely gone. Them stocks are to the
They owe the stock market money. That's how deep it is.
They owe exactly. I know you man owe the stock market money, bro, because you see them Nunez. If you didn't sell at the highest point, and the highest point would have been not even the Newcastle goal. That wasn't even the highest point. The highest point would have been when he went on that run where it was like 11 goals and assists or something in like 11 games.
You man talking about the guy that scored 18 goals? That done?
Yeah, the same guy that you're talking about. Yes, that one. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Drifty as well. Yeah, Drifty. Yeah, you too, bro.
The Don
You know
that
what I'm
just
saying?
can't do a rondo. The brother that's just the worst player in a rondo. That brother, yes.
Yeah, it wasn't actually the brother. You could even tell the way he shot that. It's like, right, cool. Like, did you mean to do that? Like, when you're asking questions like that,
so what's not fair though? If you know, like, there's bare players, yeah. You know, like even me, if you just told me, bruv, just play up front for Liverpool, just do what you want, shoot from anywhere, bruv, I'd be like a Nunez, bruv. My touch could be poor. I'd have to be sharp. It don't matter. I don't have to fit a system. I just get the ball. I just do whatever I want. The touch is dead. It don't matter. No one grills me. I'm being supported.
Men are ruthless out here, man.
Nah, but I think you know what it is though. Like, taking all jokes aside, and I can see people in the chat, I've seen it online and whatnot. I think you end up reaching a stage with players, and you end up just reaching to that point where this isn't a case where we're being this ruthless after year one. If it was like this, how it is like today, the way people speak about Nunez, then you'd be like, all right, fair enough. Let's give him another year. Then, all right, let's. You know what I mean? Like, you just have to firm that and be like, all right, cool. You give him another season, bro. We're watching too many games where you're just like, brother, like, you're making the easy look hard, and you're making the hard look easy. And
do you blame the failure of this season on him then?
No, I wouldn't blame the failure on one person like that. That's impossible.
Oh,
like,
no, I was just asking.
No,
that's
bro.
That's the way it seems from, like, you know, the chat and you guys speaking.
No. He's don't worry. Like, he's not the sole one, but he is a major part of the problem. Let's put it that way. He's definitely a major part of that problem. But he's not the sole person. You can look at the entire attack. You can look at the midfield at times. You can look at the defense. You can look at the tactics. All of these things, they all play a part. So I'm not going to sit here and lie and say, yeah, it's just on Nunez. No, it's not, because I've seen Salah miss. Diaz missed 3 chances against City. Like, bro, they've all stunk it up at some point in time. But
I know I had 3 chances, man.
Sorry, 2 chances. Was it 2? It was more than 1. I know that. So, do you get what I'm trying to say? And to be honest, that's just one game. Even if it was just one chance, that's one game. This is repetitive over a course of a season. Problem is, as Kaylin's saying here, he's missed the most in the team. So you're just like, we're even trying to cater the way that we play to you, and you're still fumbling the bag. It's like, bro, like, you're the one getting all the opportunities, and you're still messing up, bro. At some point, man, we got to just say, cut the tape, man.
I hear you, but he's the striker, so the stats will be skewed in that term, innit? He would still miss the most. He's been given the most chances.
But then he should score the most, isn't it?
Yeah, literally. Then he should be the one scoring the most. Like,
or for Salah, and Salah takes penalties, so
he still wouldn't be the one who's scoring the most. Like, I don't even think he'd. How many Gakpo got? Said Gakpo's got 15. Was that like 3 behind? You said he's got 18. Gakpo's got 14, 15. And this is a guy who's coming on as like a left winger, attacking midfielder, subbing in games. Like, not even the main 4th don. Like, he's like the 5th don in the pack when everyone's fit. And that's what we're looking at. Like, bro, there's not much you can do with players like that. You know what I mean? Fundamentally, just all over the gaff. The goals and assists, like you did the show months back, stats versus the eye test, bro. Like, them stats look great. They do look, they fully look good. Man can never, if I didn't know who this was and I just saw 30 GA, I'll be like, yo, this person's been on fire this season. Like, he's been dope. Yeah, but then when I tell you who it is and I tell you to go and watch these games, yeah, you wouldn't want to sign
him. Before I did that show, everyone used to tell man about the GA stuff. Now everyone's trying to fight me with the eye test.
Depends on who you're talking about and who you're talking to.
Nah, majority, bro. When we did that show, everyone was telling me about stats and look at this and look at that.
I guess now, you know what? Then it's good that you did that show then, bro. It's good because then you open people's eyes to, it's not just about stats. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to start watching the games and you'll start deep in a few things. It's a bit like Liverpool's performances this season. You know what I mean? Like, we can probably count, like I say all the time, you can count, there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 man in here. It's probably about 5 performances that we can all name 1 performance each, give or take.
And that's
in a
why
50-game
season.
season.
The team is great, bro. Let's go.
No. Listen, Salah performed poorly this season, 100%. So having him out of the team now, bro, that makes sense. Try something different. Do something different. Can't keep doing the same thing, expecting the same results. Different results, sorry. Might as well try. Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm not, as much as it's Salah, I'm like, bro, like, you're not doing anything, though. What rating did we give him, Savage, in the last game? Like 1 or 2?
2, I think. 1.5.
1.5. Like, really? I can't even even if I don't like doing game by game, like, because he was so dead last game, for you to get a 1, in our opinion anyway, you definitely can't start the next game. Like, you actually can't start. Not with a 1. No way. That don't make no sense. You have to be benched. Same with Nunez. He has to be benched. Like, he was atrocious as well. So,
you know, he's starting.
Yeah, I know. The thing is, I know the front three will probably be.
The thing is, I actually don't know, because there's been games when Klopp hasn't started him, bro, and it ain't because of injury or anything. It's just not started. I think it was like 2 games ago he didn't start him.
Yeah, but I think we would have had like a Gakpo and Jota potentially would have been available. Remember, now there's no Jota.
It's just because there's both him and Salah that's not performing, right? So you're like, which one do you choose? And then obviously you'll go with Salah.
I mean, you could go. He ain't gonna do. Actually, he could do that. Actually, Gakpo and Diaz can keep doing the interchange thing with left and center, and then you can put Harvey on the right and keep both of them on the bench, bro.
Imagine.
So it would look like Gakpo's up front, Diaz on the left, and Harvey on the right, and then the other 2 can hold bench, bro.
Big up, Steve. What if? Thank you for the super chat, my bro. What if Atalanta's Edison is the Man City Edison? Why? Would it surprise us with the way that Edison plays football? Definitely wouldn't.
Nah, his distribution's ridiculous, bro. I've told you already.
Yeah, it's actually dumb. Like, you wouldn't expect a goalkeeper.
What man saying about De Bruyne's header yesterday, bro? Ridiculous, isn't it?
What, that Van Persie's header? Yeah.
Crazy goal. Crazy header.
Ridiculous, bro.
And it's his first header as well in the Prem.
Yeah,
imagine that. The fact that he even tried it when he didn't.
Defenders are thinking, oh yeah, like if we had to just pick De Bruyne to score a header or just allow him to take a header, we're gonna allow him to take a header.
Yeah, exactly. Of course.
Verbruggen's gonna just catch that, and then we just, you know what I mean, we counter.
He buried the keeper with the
top corner of his head.
And think about where it was. It's not like he took it like it was a bullet header and he had to like, bro. The thing was like, basically, I thought he was gonna shoot. I was thinking, why don't you just take it with your right foot? But then now I see.
Individual accolades and that. Does De Bruyne get many, or is it just me, or does it just not get marketed? Every time that the season finishes and that, bro. I don't. Apart from in the Prem, worldwide, does he get any accolades or anything? Individual
worldwide, like what though?
I don't know what There's different governing bodies for stuff on it for football. Yeah.
Like Player of the Year.
Yeah, and you got FIFA and you got Ballon d'Or, of course, and then.
I don't know.
I just feel like I never see De Bruyne there unless it's PFA Player of the Year. But I don't know.
Yeah, no, it is weird. I feel like he hasn't won Player of the Month that much. I don't feel like he's won. I feel like everyone keeps talking about that. But it is what it is, guys. That's the team. Obviously, Kai Gordon's in there, but we've gone with Dan. Everyone else, yeah, I'm kind of cool with Robbo. I think he'll go with Robbo, but depending on how his thing.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Robbo's brain for me was based on the last game. It wasn't anything else. He's been good, but that game, fucking hell.
Yeah, he was poor. Big up Christian. Kwanzaa been more consistent. Still, Palace, he was hella stinky, but other than that, I can't remember him having a terrible game. I can't remember too many bad games.
Kwanzaa doesn't have terrible games. He's had like bad moments in a game, but he normally just gets on with it and then plays normal again. Like even when the pass that he made to Bruno and then he hit it from the halfway line. After Bruno scored that, he played fine in the game again. So
no, I agree with that. Stefano saying this is to end specifically, but 30% of his GA are against bin men in the Europa League.
So what about the 70%?
You know what? Real talk. What are you going to put them kind of things there?
Key stage 2, man, as Sav said. Oh.
That was quick still.
That was very quick. Yeah, I know. He saw the comment and he thought.
You said though, 30% is massive though. 30% is huge.
Do you pass any test with 30%?
No.
One test.
No, but if you're total 50%, right, and you're getting 30% deducted.
Can I just say something to the chat? You see Chris with the Y last name and that, bruv. Why you keep using him like he's shit, bruv?
Bro, I don't know why, but he seems to be the player that everyone uses.
Yeah, he's literally not shit, bruv. So use somebody else, bruv.
Like the way everyone gets on, like not even gets on because obviously kind of, but at the same time you're kind of getting onto him. Let me even see the goal stats this season.
I want to see Jackson and Nunez stats, man. I'm going to check that right now.
That
would be hilarious.
Remember before that game happened the other day when me and Jerry done the show, was talking about Nunez and Jackson being similar, And then then I watched the game in the evening, because when we were saying that, even in my head, then I was like, I don't know, I think Jackson's better. And when I watched the game after the against Arsenal, I said, I think everyone's right, bro. These are the most similar players in the league, bro.
Yeah.
It's just that the only thing what Jackson's got with Nunez is he doesn't look awkward when you give him the ball, innit? He's missing the chances though, but he doesn't look awkward. And he's like when he's running and that, he's a lot more controlled. But apart from that, yeah. Because Jackson's his goals have been clumped together. He scored like a hat trick and then he scored 2 in one game as well. So there's that little period where he was scoring some goals, but
no, that's true. Big up, honestly. It will take a minimum of 60 mil for clubs to get Palace to entertain bids for Eze or Elise this summer. 60 mil for Endsman TV or Callum.
Ain't Elise got a buyout? I don't know if I'm tripping, but ain't Elise got a buyout clause? Remember he signed that contract?
I fully thought that they inserted it when he signed that contract.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that was the whole reason for them signing the contract.
It was 50. I think with the new contract, it went up to 60.
Okay. 60 is worth it, man. I mean, actually, his injuries on it, but it's worth it as the player.
Eze, I'm out of the two, I'd sign regardless. Anyway, I'm signing.
Yeah,
Eze.
same.
Couldn't even care less. You spend that 60 million on. He's such a baller. But I hear, but the Elise one, I think he's worth the fee, but the injuries is the only thing I think about. But I don't know if he's actually injury prone or I don't check up on his injuries enough to know what they are. So for all I know, it could be somebody injuring him, and if it's that, then it's different, isn't it? But if it's the same, like hamstring or whatever, then. But Eze's cold, bro. He's cold.
Bring produce, man.
Right, Haaland is top with Cole Palmer. They both got 20. Ollie Watkins on 19. Solanke got 18. That's all right. That's good. Isak, Salah, both on 17. Foden on 16. A lot of midfielders, like not even strikers.
20 goals though. I know there's some pens. But...
Foden's on like 23 for the season though, isn't it? Something like that.
Yeah, he's on 23 for the season. And Cole Palmer got pens as well. Yeah. I mean, pens count as goals, but
He's got 11 penalties, I think, Palmer.
We had 11 penalties this season.
No.
Definitely don't think we've had.
If I'm correct, I think Salah scored about 4.
I'm looking at those stats. I'm looking at those stats comparing Darwin and Nicholas Jackson. Darwin's a bum, man.
Oh my god!
I thought he was going to go the other way.
I know you guys going away and do the research.
Nah. Jackson's conversion rate is at right now, and it's at 19, basic 20%. Darwin's at 13%. Darwin's got 11 goals. Nicholas Jackson has 10 goals. Jackson's hit the woodwork twice. Darwin's hit the woodwork 9 times. Shots off target 19 for Jackson. 40 Darwin. Huh?
Is that not? Jokes aside, is not hitting the woodwork still hitting the goal?
Yeah, but so they've taken it out of them. So out of the ones off target, Darwin Nunez has hit the woodwork 9 times. Twice, Jackson's hit them twice.
Yeah, hitting the woodwork counts as not being on target.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But they're specifying in it, so it's not just flying off into the stand. It's at the post. Shots on target: 44 for Darwin Nunez, 32 for Jackson. Jackson's just more efficient. He's played less games. He makes more passes. He's got a better take-on percentage. He's got a 60% take-on percentage when he tries to take on his man. Darwin's at 40%. Nah, this guy's a bum, man.
No, but that goes back to what I just said about them on the ball as footballers. That's why I said Jackson's a bit better.
You said it. No, but obviously, I didn't know. I wanted to see the stats.
Yeah, I agree. With the missed chances, is because normally if Jackson does something wrong, he breaks down before he gets the ball, like before he shoots, is where Jackson breaks down. Whereas, Nunez, I don't know Nunez, because I was about to say his movement must be pretty good to get the chances. It is. And then obviously he gets the most offsides as well, though. So
the thing is, Savage, they've got the same amount of goals. Well, Darwin's got 11, he's got 10.
Yeah. You know what's, because obviously people started to show up about Darwin mid-season when he's, even Sky Sports started to bring up his stats when he was on like 11 goals, 11 assists. And unfortunate for Darwin, since that moment, all the other strikers in the Prem started scoring more goals. And now the stat don't matter. Yeah.
And Jackson's playing for Chelsea, not Liverpool. So he's not getting as many chances.
Yeah. The most impressive to me as strikers this season when I watched them is Solanke and Watkins, bro. Watkins in particular, to be fair, he gets goals out of nowhere, man.
I feel like Isak almost falls into the mold of like a Haaland type of striker, where they're just more stay up there kind of thing. He runs in behind. He's got good dribbling. He's got better dribbling.
How long was he out for though, Isak? Because he was injured for a bit as well, isn't it? because he just crept up with the goals out of nowhere. So
yeah. He did. I can't remember how long. We got St. Paul. You man spend an hour and a half talking about Darwin on a video talking about flip flops, and someone on that show flipped and flopped. Weirdo behaviors. We get it. He's not here, but you man are just. Please state the name. I want to know who on here has flipped flopped on their opinion on Darwin. I want to know.
Flip flops,
bruv. Man. Yeah, I want to know, St. Paul. Who is flip flopping? Who is flip flopping?
Hey, trust in Darwin, man.
I'm just gonna say that I started the season calling him Timo Nunez, and I said, I'll die after one of the games when I think he missed the open goal. I think it was Newcastle when he went around the keeper, and I said I'll just die on the Darwin Hill because I can't be bothered to keep coming back talking about him after games and stuff like that. I like him, as I told you already, and yeah, he's improved a bit on the ball since last season. That's it. That's my opinion. Ain't changed.
Improved his goals.
I think you talk about Jerry. Hey, Jerry, yeah, flip flopping, my boy.
Flip flopping with who?
I don't think Jerry's ever like Nunez, to be fair, bro.
Yeah, I've been anti Nunez, bro.
Yeah,
bro. I just meant bound. Like I wrote this before we'd even played the Everton game. I couldn't be bothered to change it, bro. I couldn't be bothered to change it, brother. If you're free, drop me a message, bro.
I think only once I've ever heard Jerry give Nunez a compliment.
No, I've got an agenda against him, and I'm happy the agenda is working. Like I'm hearing, which shotting him, we might shot him, brother. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Get that Uruguayan bum out.
Bro, real talk.
It's not to do with Suarez.
Hey, get the fake Egyptian king out as well, man, alongside him.
Will we score a goal?
Yeah, like, listen, man. It's a big up St. Paul. No, you're right. We do spend a lot of time, but I think that in itself tells you everything you need to know. Okay, Savage.
What?
Nah, Savage, you was on that hill with me.
What? No, wait. This is why I know, man. No. Wait. This is how I know, man. Ain't clean the ears. Literally, what did I just say? I just said after the Newcastle game, I said I'll die on the Darwin Hill, and then what we doing here, bruv? What we doing here, bruv? No one listening. Key stage 2, man. I told you, man, already, bruv.
If you sell Nunez, I'm making a party stream.
What part
I better be one of the bouncers at the club because there's only certain man I'm letting in.
Hussam, are you Klopp out now? Are you still? You still? You know what I mean, moved. That's what I want to know.
Klopp out with 3-4 games left is long, bro.
He's leaving anyway. So there's no
better late than never. No, because I saw Hussam talking about we've lost the league, because we were doing smiles, sentiment, in this. I was like, hugs, smiles, and sentiment, and I was like, well, bro, this is Klopp. This is Klopp.
Nah, man, I'm saying that you're pro Nunez in the chat. That's crazy.
Hey,
the lies that are being spun.
You know what's so bad? Man can never come to me and say anyone in the chat be like, nah, but G, you was flip, bruv. You man have got previous, clearly. You man have got mad previous, bro. It's a bit deep. Man said Duke of Edinburgh, flipping up. I remember that thing though. I remember that. Don't this Duke of Edinburgh, by the way. I'm saying that. I
don't know. I don't think there's no flip flops on the panel still. I mean, maybe I was more positive before, bro. But you know
what's so mad about the Nunez thing? It's crazy, yeah. But no. This is where I'm also Salah FC. You know what I'm saying?
No, because I remember when he had that game before, and man were talking about how good his braids looking at when he had the zesty braids in and that, the baddie braids. I told man, bro, like I don't give a shit about that.
Now, do it is the one time I remember being like, and this is like optimistic and positive.
Honestly, I know has never flipped flop. I know that. Honestly, he's been sorry, Joe. Sorry.
I said it's when we signed him. So when we signed him, I was like, cool. Like we've got a number 9, we're gonna play with a number 10. Do you remember, G? We had the streaming. We were talking about Carvalho's gonna play behind him. He might do well. Like he's gonna get goals, bruv. All I need is 2-3 weeks to go and see whether you're about it. Since then, it's been getting Nunez. He can't play.
I can't lie. I've been Nunez out since he got sent off in his first very game.
Yeah, I was happy when we signed him still. But,
yeah. Big up honesty in the building. Thank you for the super chat, my brother. The club, along with Nunez, has decided to hire a personal sports psychologist for him to improve concentration.
Yeah, you see, this is what I told you, bro. So when I told you that, brother, okay, so when I told you that man's got learning difficulties and that man thought it was funny and that, bro, I told you, bro. I told you, bro.
For the super chat,
Nah, is that true though, bro?
Bro, G, I told you, bro.
You know what's so mad? I'll
You're
give
gonna play
honesty
the
the benefit
fidget
of the doubt. I did see this yesterday in I'll go on Twitter right now and I'll find
So
it.
if the club, listen, if the club's doing that, you guys be ready for next season, bro. He is your number 9 for next season.
I told you, bro.
You said your number 9. He's your number 9. And
All of us
support your number
listen,
9. Like you're not part of this.
Everyone supports Liverpool here, and so it's you.
I told you, bro. You can't
Who said
train
that?
autistic face, blood. Like when you've got that, you've got it, bro. Like I know, I've been around them, bro. It's one of them, bro. You know them bro. You know the man who had the test at school and the mentor was always going over there.
Where is that thing, bro? When Savage starts speaking, you need to throw that thing up.
No, it's not this, bro. But in school, bro, you telling me man did Jesus, bro. So when man did Jesus season, that there was always somebody in it where like the mentor spent a lot of time over there.
G, throw it up. Just throw it up.
Foundation papers and that.
These are the views of Savage. You need to direct all correspondence.
No, but bro, it's not.
Yeah, his email address will be on his page.
No, if anything, you are discriminating, bro. You're not taking it serious, bro. I told you this earlier, man. They want to listen to me and that, bro. You know them man in school when the teacher's like, "Yo, if it's not 1 and it's not 3, then it's 2," and then man will be like 10. No, bitch, it's 2. That is that guy, bro.
That's it. No,
that guy, bro. I know, bro.
Hey, just leave that on the screen, G. Don't throw the other comments up. Just leave that. Because,
Because you've seen all them Liverpool YouTube videos and that, bro. The ones from the actual club when Darwin's in them, bro. That's a special needs youth, bro. Man's in the car at Christmas, can't speak English, and then man asks him about Home Alone. He's like, that's Kevin out of nowhere, bro. Man, how are we? And he can't speak English. What's going on, bro? I know about these NPC youths, bro. It's all right, Darwin.
I'm not even.
The club is here trying to figure out how to get the best out of him, man. So he's your number 9 next season, man. Just respect it.
Man said psychiatrist. That's because of Rooney and Sturridge. That was the last straw in it.
Yeah, you know, like Sturridge said, okay, look, big man, you know what I'm saying? See, when I was at Liverpool, I wasn't doing this, bro.
Because Sturridge had to speak on Sky Sports about Darwin already this season, earlier. When they asked
but he
him again this time,
about him, though. He never mentioned anything about
no, and he looked lost for words this time, like,
yeah.
Yo, the first time I told man what he needs to do, and now I don't know.
I don't know what to. Yeah, like, I've told him what to do. I've spoken to Klopp. I've told Klopp what I think he needs to do. And I'm not even asking him to be as good as I was at finishing. I'm just asking you to just be better than what he is. Big up, Steve. What are players that used to play for West Ham and Liverpool? Benayoun.
Cold.
Joe Cole.
All right,
Danny Ings.
Yeah,
I said Danny Ings, bro. Don't look all confused, bro.
No, sorry. Yeah, bro, I was probably trying to think. Does he play for? Yeah. Adrian. Who else used to play for West Ham and Liverpool? I think that's it. Maybe I'm missing someone. Did someone say Ruddock? I don't know if Ruddock.
Man said Razor Ruddock, you know. Fat Ruddock and that, blood. Plus size Ruddock and that.
Julian Dick.
Put the thing back up, G. Put the thing on.
I said I used the political correct term, plus size.
You know, something can start speaking and it's like put a thing.
Yeah, Mascherano was gonna say that, bro. You man,
stop
spamming Julian, bro, with the Y last name, bro. They don't need to keep seeing that word.
Titi Camera. He didn't play for the West Ham, did he?
No, but his dad died at halftime and he scored for Liverpool. Remember that?
Hey, big up to Titi. You know,
he was 47 when he was supposed to be 24, bro.
Yeah, Titi was. Yeah. Man, we signed some mad players like Jimmy Traore and all these, man. How do you feel about Slot? Or that cash machine? Quasi. What do you think about Slot?
Quasi just daydream about Zidane still, bro.
Hey, look, they both got the same hairstyle, bro. You should be happy.
Man, I'm still learning, man.
Yo, Quasi, why you sound like you've been kidnapped, bro?
I'm not.
Sound like I just got you in a headlock, bro. You good?
Sound like he's about to read a note, bro.
And he's gonna have a newspaper with the date and be like, "Nah, today's the 26th." I'm good, guys. I'm good.
Nah, I think I like the formation that he plays. That's assuming that he will Liverpool. 4-3-3 is one of my favorites. I think 4-3-3 is played out.
No, I can't hear you, bro.
Yeah. What Quasi said on it?
Yeah, what Quasi said. I can't hear you, bro. You're proper. Your mic.
Oh, it's not working? Sorry.
Nah, bro. You sound like you're in that submergible that went down. You know what we're talking about.
I've changed.
What? The one when people were banging.
Yeah, with the Logitech controller, blood.
Roll the thing up. But add Jerry to it. Add Thiago to it.
Somebody said I got a Noah 40 Sheba. The hell? No, I'm saying that I like.
Man said he's all biblical in that.
I got went biblical of you, man.
BC.
Yeah, 4-2-3-1. He plays 4-2-3-1. That's one of my favorite formations. But I think 4-3-3 is played out. We will see, man. I think he's like Klopp from Dortmund. So even though we've been told that we don't want another Klopp, we will see. Let's give the guy a chance, you know.
Hold on, End.
Yes, sir.
Jerry, you're on mute, bro. I mean, no, G's on mute.
End.
Yeah.
I was saying, are you?
What are you saying about Arnie?
Who, Arnie? Yeah, tune in at 4:30, man.
Content ends is back, boy.
Yeah. Tune in at 4:30, bro. Tune in at 4:30. Talk about it. We'll talk.
Now, big up, man. You see the background, bro. You already know what it is, bro. Wilson Fisk every day, bro. I'm back in the case until this shit, bro. I'm out, bro.
You guys are hearing the way that they're talking about our new manager, you know. Just to let you know. Is Bowen fit? I have no idea if he's available for the game, Angel.
He's a baller, though. I love yeah.
He's a good player. He's a good player. Klopp always talks about him, you know. He even spoke about him in the thing. He was like, I really like this, but like, he made an effort to say
he's good. I mean, it doesn't really matter. If Bowen doesn't play, they played last game, Antonio up front, Kudos on the right, Pequeta on the left, and Ward-Prowse in the middle, bro. It's just as bad, bro. In fact, it might be worse because Bowen on the floor, if you play the ball in behind through the lines, he can get you, bro. But McCann Antonio is going to spend all game trying to bully the centre-backs, bro. And before anyone said he can't do it, the handbag just did. So he definitely can, bro.
Big up, are we going to win the game? We'll get to our predictions in a minute. Where is that? Real talk, though. I haven't seen Ferguson play for Brighton for time. You know?
Ever. He was injured, or not? Yeah, he's been injured. He's had 2 long injuries, actually.
What happened to Connolly? Is he still at Hull? Or wherever he is?
I think he's at Hull still.
Remember Connolly? He was the Ferguson before Ferguson.
Is he bald?
Nah, he's like
shaved head.
Nah, he was like he's a young player as well. Aaron Connolly, I think his name's.
That's what you say. He ain't no Ferguson. I'll tell you that for free, boy. Savage, you want to join my Real Sociedad versus Real Madrid watch along? Savage will come back later.
Bro, that sounds like a Diddy question, man, or not?
Hi guys, would you give Danz a chance on Sunday? I think he deserves a start. Well, yeah, you saw our lineup anyway. So the guys have gone with.
Why does he deserve a start?
Yeah, I agree with that. He doesn't deserve a start.
To be fair, does he not?
Nah.
Well, after the 2 goals against Southampton, it means he has to start.
I think you're using the wrong word. I think deserve. No, he doesn't deserve a start because he hasn't done anything to warrant a start. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But what does a young player have to do to warrant a start then?
They would have to have played, and he hasn't played.
But when he's played, he scored. That's my point. Like, what else can he do to warrant?
No, but like obviously we're saying deserve. Like but I'm good with him starting. By the way, I'm saying
no.
If we're saying deserved, you can't say he deserved because you're saying he scored 2 goals. That was like 3 months ago. Like that's not playing into my thoughts today. It's just more about the man them of who are playing. They're not doing good enough. So now you're just he's the next person who's available to play. So play him. But to say he deserves, nah. He hasn't done anything to deserve a start.
Do you know who I'd give a game though? Kumas.
And playing where?
He's been out for a minute, hasn't
I'm just saying in it that why does he have to just play him where? Can't I just throw a player in there? Say I
No,
like
he has to have a formation. He has to have a position.
I mean, usually managers put players into positions. So I'm trying to wonder where he's trying to play Kumas, my bro. Like,
I'm just trying to throw a player in that I like.
they're
Man.
pro clubs, you know, man. Just don't just pop up anywhere you like. I'm saying, like, yo, where would he play? Well, okay. Where would you like to play Kumas if you could play him?
He can play anywhere across the front, but he naturally plays as a striker. But obviously, with Dan's playing there now, he's moved him over to the left.
And do you trust him on the left? Like,
he can play, man. We saw what he did when he.
That's not why I asked you. That's not what I asked you. I said, do you trust him on the left? I didn't ask you whether
his debut in that scored the goal, little 1-2 and run off the shoulders and play.
And you thought that debut was enough for you to even consider him to play?
Well, people saying Dan should start, so I'm just saying, can't I just pick my guy? He scored as well.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just trying to figure out, because I'm trying to see, like, what did you see that made you think, yeah, this brother should play, like, in that position and on the left wing anyway, on the left wing.
Well, he can play right or through the middle. We have an issue with the right side and through the middle at the moment, so
you going to put Diaz there, so you take Diaz out for Kumas.
Well, I'm not saying do. I'm just saying I'd like him to play.
And you don't want to see him play, trust me. I don't know why you're saying silly stuff, bro. You don't want to see it. Is Lucas good enough for Real Madrid? Savage is the only one good enough.
Yeah, 100%.
You think it's good enough for Real Madrid?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Honesty. On question on Ibu, Trent, Salah, Zabozalai. That's a lot, man. I can already see where this is going. Why all of them don't look good after coming back from injury? What do you guys think, man?
Because it's not Sunday League.
I don't know. Trent and Salah's not used to it. They're not used to being injured. You know what I mean? They're normally, you know what I mean? So I don't know about them two.
I hear that.
Ibu, I don't think Ibu looks shaky after an injury. I just think he has parts where he looks shaky, bro. Because in fact, after he came back from the injury where he didn't start the season, it was massive. When he came back after that, that's when he looked good.
Yeah.
So it's not after injury, I don't think.
No, I totally agree.
But Salah's different. Remember Salah? How long Salah been at Liverpool now? 7 years. Nearly.
Yeah. That's the longest he's ever been out.
Salah's been injured like twice the whole time, bro.
Tibbs said match sharpness.
Exactly.
We keep the team, which is a good thing, but it's also a bad thing for some of these men because they look like when they get rotated, bro, they don't know what to do when they come back in.
I think for Trent, it just depends on what game he's in. And like if it's in a high-speed game where you got a bad boy left winger, that never looks good for Trent coming back into a squad, especially if he's just going to try and spam the ball and not do defensive duties.
Does any of you guys know anything about the apparently Liverpool looking at a centre back from Eintracht Frankfurt, Willian?
Yeah.
Michael, he literally mentioned him on the show.
Yeah,
yeah. I've not seen him play, but apparently he's good.
Really?
I don't believe nothing until a manager comes in.
You know, bro. You know when they did with the Van der Ven, when they showed the man tracking back and they showed his speed, that's what they did for him.
Oh.
Yeah,
bro, I remember when that video was going round last summer, boy. Oh my days, he can play in a high line and do. I was like,
who played against Van der Ven the other day and they dusted him, even though he's rapid.
It was against Newcastle, I swear.
That's what I think.
They didn't
I think it was
man on his back, bro, a couple of times.
Bro, man was breakdancing in the box. I said, yo.
Yeah, that was a slipping game for him. Although we'll say with Van der Ven, he's better than I thought he would have been.
Yeah, he's definitely better than I thought. I didn't rate him before, but
he got the fastest speed as well in the Prem.
No, he's a good. That's what I remember. Question: everyone is crashing on Darwin, but didn't Salah miss more chances than Darwin? Where is the energy?
I can answer that question for you. Very easy, bro. Salah's Salah and Darwin's not Salah.
Thank you.
Salah's got equity in the club, and he's been here and done stuff with the club already. Like whether it ran out or not, that's two different things. When Salah leaves, he's going to be a legend, no matter what happens now. If Darwin leaves this season, he'll just be Voronin.
Hey, quick one. In Salah's first 2 seasons, did we win a trophy?
No.
Oh, but Darwin did. All right, cool.
Yeah, but Salah was
Don't engage in silliness. My mum always taught me that. Stefano, question: rank in terms of finishing Salah, Gakpo, Jota, Nunez, Diaz.
Jota, Gakpo.
Wait, you said Salah first 2 seasons. Didn't we won Champions League his second season?
It's what, 17, 18, 19,
Ah,
20. Oh, yeah. You're right.
Like I said,
Hold
don't
on,
engage
hold
in
on.
silliness.
Oh, so 1 trophy each. All right, cool.
With the Champions League, bro.
The Champions League. And man is saying 1 trophy. Hey, Ed, get off your phone, bro. Don't compare these little dibby dabby cups to this. Numbers,
shit.
what? Scoring in the final as well. That's crazy.
Hey.
Question, ranked. I'd probably go Jota.
Jota, Gakpo, Salah, Diaz, Nunez. And the thing is, the Diaz one's weird, isn't it? Because his output's terrible and that. I actually don't think he's terrible at shooting, but obviously they can't prove it.
Alexander, why are you trying to pick on me, bro?
So I'd go with that.
Ends go on. Ends. He's asking everyone the question. This wasn't
Very easy, man. If you throw on goal in the Champions League final, what order are you putting him in? Because that's easy to think.
Oh, Jota first, Gakpo second. I don't know, man. You man cooked up Diaz the other day for missing a 1-on-1 against Man City.
And can you just rank how you would rank, my brother? Don't worry about how we're ranking him.
Gakpo. I don't trust Mo at the moment, so I'm gonna put Diaz.
Oh, you're one of those in the moment type of guy. Okay, now we get it.
Ain't Salah like third on the all-time Liverpool list or something like that? Fourth.
Yeah, he's also had the most chances. So I'm not surprised.
Now we don't know. Man. We don't. No one ever talks about how many chances man had when the career's done. What we doing here, man?
Right, if you ever found out how many chances Lionel Messi had, boy, you might be surprised.
Oh, don't do that.
No. As in, like, you'd be surprised. Like, you probably think
Messi's conversion rates go levels, blood. Trust me. I mean, it's penalty conversion rates not, but everything else.
It's so crazy because when you watch all these men in training, bro, they're hitting top corners, bottom corners.
Bro, we said this literally the other day.
I know, I was listening when you guys were speaking about it.
This is why I say people need to stop watching this inside training, bro. It's the dead.
Training's always easy to look good in.
No, but remember, they're only going to show a part. They're not going to show you everything in training, bro. They're only going to show you a bits of that.
I know, but it's the same like technique, innit? Like, there's no difference in the technique.
Nah, you don't have.
But I mean, like the training that what they're showing you is not going to be. Well, I'd like to think
there's no pressure in training. Even you can't replicate pressure in training, no matter what happens, bro. Like Tarkowski's not breathing out your neck trying to kick your shin off before you shoot, bro. In training, it's your homie who's not going to hurt you, bro.
You can tell who's you know what I mean, taking extra time after training, and you can tell who does.
Like them boxers who like man see them on. People who don't watch boxing like that, and they see man on the pads, and they're like, oh my god, it's exciting. Man, so everyone saw Mike Tyson on the pads over there and got gassed and that. But whether his pad work, bro, relax. Michael B. Jordan looks good on the pads work.
Probably does. I mean,
yeah, in real life, I'll punch him up, bro.
Okay. Question: when Darwin don't play and we lose, is that on Darwin? To when players don't defend, is that on Darwin too?
When Darwin,
yeah, Quasi, is that on Darwin too?
When Darwin don't defend,
hey, you have to speak to the defender, Thiago.
I'm a bit confused. What to when players don't defend, is that on Darwin too? But
Darwin like, are we gonna just keep crashing it on him for everything that happens? Basically,
we don't know. We don't. It's just that when we're talking about him in. When he's the topic, yeah, but when we finish games and man have missed chances, we talk about everyone who missed the chances. Because at the end of the day, even if you don't concede, say we don't concede and we're good in defense, but then we just draw the games 0-0. Then it's still not a win.
Can I answer it differently though?
Go on, bro. I'll tell you what.
I would say yes. I'll say yeah. It's his fault, bro. You should be the number 9. You should be playing.
Hey,
be happy. You don't
kick cause you.
I'm just saying, why are you on the bench? You are the number 9, right? You're supposed to be the Don. Why are you on the bench? Play. Unless you are injured. Unless you are injured, then I understand. But I'm just saying, I'm answering from a different perspective based on how he asked the question.
Quasi, you have every right to answer the way.
I'm just saying.
Oh, so I can't.
You should be playing. You should be playing.
Also, what game have we lost? Really, this because we don't lose that many games. So what game have we lost? When he hasn't played?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Ah,
why is he on the bench? Why is he on
the bench when the manager is the one who picks the team? But I can't answer the questions.
I'm saying you can answer the question, bro. I'm just saying I liked his answer, and as you reminded me earlier on, allow people to feel how they want to feel.
The guy asked a question like,
Thank you for the question. We'll move on because I can see it's touching a few nerves. Honestly, do you guys think the fee that we paid for him and him being the number 9 is a pressure? He's still got to learn to cope with because being LSC number 9 is a massive pressure.
No.
I've been trying to give no blast for anything.
Bruv, listen, whether we didn't play at the same level as Darwin, safe in it, but we played at good, decent levels or whatever good levels. Bruv, when you're on the pitch, ain't no one thinking about your price tag, bruv. He ain't thinking about his price tag when he's got a one-on-one, bro. So what, man went.
I always think that's so dumb.
No. So man went around Nick Pope and that and hit the post because he was thinking about his price tag. Is what you're telling me? That you played the compilation in the back office yesterday, bruv. All them shots were because he was thinking about his price tag because of the pressure.
Right, that compilation is
bruv. The man has learning difficulties. He doesn't know the pressure of Liverpool. He hasn't clocked onto none of that, bruv.
I told you when he ends. Remember we had the conversation. I was saying, bro, I promise you, he doesn't understand like the gravity of the thing that he does, bro. Like I don't think he gets it,
bro. That's why he smiles at his teammates in the wrong times. When he's like, he'll hit the side netting and look at Harvey and that like, haha, and then Harvey's like, dickhead, blood. It's not that time, bro. We're not winning 5-1. You don't get it, bro. It's probably better for him that he doesn't get it as well, bro.
Yeah, for real. Because if he did get it,
might affect him mentally, you know.
If he really understood English, it might actually be peaker for him. Arnie Slot has now signed a pre-contract to become manager of Liverpool.
Nah, that one comes from that Twitter. The guy, what's his name? Ivan, whatever his name is.
Oh, is it Ivan? The guy who had to delete his Twitter account and then come back up again. St. Paul, Salah and Darwin don't deserve to start nowhere but the bench. So is Maka, Zabozo, Virgil, Ibu, Robbo, and Trent. They need to hold bench. It doesn't matter. That's a lot of players to say, yeah, you man full bench.
I don't think Virgil needs to hold the bench.
Jesus, well.
I don't think Trent does either.
Feel how you want to feel. My bro. I'm not here to tell you.
Just a quick answer to it though. We don't have another right back to try to start. Virgil's been fine. He had an off game, but he's not been terrible. Robbo wasn't good in the last game, and we've got other left backs. We got 2 that can play in left back, so we can have a game off. And Salah and Darwin don't deserve it. More with Salah and Darwin, it's not just the fact of missing chances, bro. In the last game, in Merseyside, bro, for the last half an hour, bro, it was like they weren't playing, bro.
Yeah, they were actually both just atrocious, bro. I didn't even know.
Mo was a passenger, man. The man was
walking. Bro, Mo was the passenger the whole game. Like,
I think
he was walking the whole
first time
game.
I seen him look scared, bro. Like no confidence against jumping against. You know, when some people look at people and think they're too good, I'm not getting the ball off them. He didn't jump with Tarkowski. He didn't. Mikalenko's tiny, bro. Like he's not. When Salah's run up against Mikalenko, he shouldn't be intimidated. He's only a small youth, bro. But I remember he mashed up his ankle and he still didn't run at him. So.
Another question. Name the best Indian player to play in the Premier League. I don't even know one.
Do you know it's crazy? I had a brethren, he was at West Ham. And this was before there was no real Asian players getting through the system.
Bro, it says Italian.
No.
I don't know why I said Indian.
I'm talking about.
I just read Indian for no reason, but that's how I know. I just read that quickly. It was like,
Zubair, man, one of the best players I've ever seen, bro. But he never got the opportunities, and he was in West Ham's academy. If he would have come broke through, he was like a Riyad Mahrez, but even bro, he was cold.
That sounds racist, but carry on.
What?
What are you comparing to Mahrez, bro?
Haaland.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I'm comparing in terms of their styles, innit? He was similar to him in style. Hey, I'm not racist like you guys, bro. I'll tell you racist. Heard though, someone say it's mad.
Italian player.
Zola, right?
Yeah.
I'll say Zola.
Zola, Giaccherini,
Cambiasso.
Di Canio.
Cambiasso.
Nah, he wasn't a ball in the Premier League though.
Who?
Cambiaso. I don't think
for the season he was there.
Bro, but not the season before they won the league. Yeah, I hear it, but not on the level of like a Zola or
Giaccherini. Giaccherini was on job. Sunderland Giaccherini.
Yeah, he was okay.
Ravanelli Italian. Ravanelli's Italian, isn't it?
Yeah,
Who?
Pavarotti.
Pavarotti, yeah.
Trying to think who, like
Fabio
it's mad.
Borini,
We don't
blood.
have that many in the Premier
Fabio
League.
Borini.
Fabio Borini.
Alani.
Aquilani.
Jesus Christ, bro. Man, don't even know about the players that Liverpool.
We're saying Jorginho for the one season at Chelsea. Though.
Well, he did win. He did win
was
that,
cold that season. He won the
Rookie of
Euros
Year.
and the Champions League.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was cold. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. I've got one more question, and then we can head out, people. Question: Slot demands his players to be fit. Who do you guys see leaving because of them not being available under Slot? If it was just based purely because of their availability, Konate, Jota, like them, I would have to bounce ASAP.
Yeah, if it's on availability, Jota's
It's just on availability, but they weren't. I don't think they will bounce anyway. Jota maybe, but I don't see Konate bouncing.
Yeah, because I've seen this on Sky Sports, but I thought that when they said he requires them to be fit, I didn't think he meant like availability. It meant more like on the pitch.
They run. Them boys run, man.
Yeah, but Liverpool's been doing that anyway. So
yeah, there was something I was seeing though. Like it's funny because obviously we heard Melissa Reddy obviously speaking about why they would go for someone like Slot, and I sit there and I think to myself, it's funny because you basically just described Klopp, but just maybe he might be a tad bit. He plays 4-2-3-1 as opposed to think.
So early years Klopp
played that. Yeah, early years Klopp. So we're basically going to get the exact same thing. So unless he's bringing his own medical staff over to come and pattern this team, and obviously I don't know what his training methods and guys.
that will be the difference. It'll be the training thing should be interesting.
And he's a coach.
But Liverpool actually train less than they used to. They don't train them the same amount. They used to do 2 a days all the time, and stop doing that. So,
but it's good to have an actual coach now as well.
I think, well, listen, look, we'll discuss this next week, but that is something that I wanted to ask people anyway, and I guess I'll leave you guys on that is, do you even think with Michael Edwards coming back and the role that he's got, the role that Richard Hughes has obviously got, the role that they're trying to give the manager where they're saying, brother, look, I'm going to give you the players and you just do what you need to do out there on the pitch. Do we think that's going to work, regardless of who the manager is? Just do we think that that relationship would work? Because we saw with Klopp, he kind of had to have it both. It wasn't just we give you the players and you do your thing.
Well, I think all of us who were managers, you'd rather have both.
Mm-hmm.
You want some kind of say in it, but they are data guys in it.
I know.
They've always run off like the Moneyball kind of thing, and obviously it works because you can't argue with numbers, but then the numbers don't have context to them, and it's just an account like the person's like their mental state and all that stuff when they're in the game. It just says, "Oh, this man scores this many goals, and when he's on the left side in this angle, he does this." So, be interesting.
But let's be fair though. Edwards has never been the one who forces. He works with the manager. He worked with Klopp until it didn't work anymore. Then one had to move on. But I think if we're looking at the way G asked the question, Madrid is the one who does those things. Perez gives you the player and say, hey, make it work. Liverpool, I think they have the committee or whatever they call it, and they all discuss. The manager obviously can ask for certain players.
The difference between Madrid and Liverpool is when Perez does it, it's the best players in the world. Man ain't saying no to them. He's giving you the players. You're definitely having Bellingham. I would have picked him anyway.
You know what? We're gonna give you Bellingham. Fair enough. Then I'll work with it. I'll just
quick question. Do we all think Arnie Slot's going to be a good appointment? What's the feeling, or do we think, you know what? 3 years, we're gonna have to get someone else in.
I'll answer it this way. I don't know.
We haven't seen him, of course, but I'm just talking about that
never
feeling, that gut feeling. Yeah.
Klopp we knew because he had history, so it was easy answer, right?
I definitely did not think that what Klopp did he was going to do. I did not have that feeling with Klopp at all. You got to realize,
I think he was going to be way better than what Brendan Rodgers did.
Brendan Rodgers wasn't terrible at Liverpool.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Yeah, well, there's that.
He had a
8th, 2nd, and 8th.
Yeah, but the second, true. But the second, fucking hell.
Yeah,
Suarez, isn't it?
But it's not even that. It's not even that. It's when Klopp came in. Remember, you wouldn't have foreseen that we was going to sign the players that we signed. So I thought we were just going to go down the same path, which is the Fabio Borini type of guys. I thought we were just going to continue that, and then that's where he
Although
would
the
just
players
finish
that we
high.
did sign weren't that gassed about them anyway.
Remember, we had already signed like Coutinho, Sturridge.
Exactly
No, but that was under Brendan Rodgers though. That was all Rodgers.
Yeah, but that was FSG in it, so we weren't.
That was
Brady was
Edwards.
before that.
No, but I'm saying that like that was already here when Klopp got here. Like he had a Sturridge, he had a Coutinho. So I wasn't then thinking, oh, we're gonna go out and spend 80 million and world record fee on what's his name, Virgil van Dijk. Like I didn't think we'd ever do those kind of things because I hadn't seen that ever before. You know what I mean?
And I'll be honest, I was gassed with them signings, but I weren't like I didn't think they were going to change the course of Liverpool. Like Virgil. I thought Virgil was really good before he got to Liverpool. I didn't think he was going to be as good as he was.
I definitely didn't think it. Yeah, definitely.
No, I didn't think that because remember that before the season before, man was talking Maguire over Virgil for it. Everyone was. So it's like, and Alisson. I didn't think he was. Alisson's the one person I didn't think would be well. I didn't think he'd be a world-class goalkeeper. I didn't think that before.
Bro, man just packed in with 7 goals. I definitely was looking at you saying,
bro.
yeah, you're the guy. Like, what? Allow it. Allow it. But guys, we'll end it here. As N said, he's got the stream at 4:30. I think it will be redirected there anyway. So guys, just everyone who is here, just smash the like button before the stream later on. Savage, Quaz, what have you guys got going on, if anything, today?
Man,
no,
chilling. I might jump on the Bajan Brothers show and act a fool today,
Big up Asian Red every time. Make sure you guys head on over there. They've already got things scheduled, so make sure you keep your notification bells on. For
Quaz only goes over there to troll, man.
Yeah, bro, this is what like. So if you want trolling opinions, make sure you head over there for Quasi's take to see what he's gonna say. But listen to the rest of the guys because they will be talking sense. Of course, Ends, as I mentioned, he does have that show later. I will be over there for a hot sec, and then I'll catch you guys back here. I don't know. This weekend I might just chill. So maybe Sunday evening, but if not, then Monday morning I will.
You're moving like Piers Morgan and Suzanne Reid with these 10:30 movements. Moving like this.
Yeah, well, bro, and these times it's now 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Can you imagine?
Hey, G, don't forget, people, calling shows back, man. After the West.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Thanks for reminding me, bro.
Calling shows back. Listen, you know what? Because I'm not going to be streaming anything this weekend. I'm going to make sure I'm specifically there after to hear what everyone's got to say. That obviously hoping we win, but if we don't, then I'm really going to be there to see what Guam.
People are ready to push Klopp out, man.
Bro, some people already kicked him to the curb and taken him to the airport.
The same people who said we want him to be here forever. Man, this is rough.
Life, like I said, life can be so fickle. But yeah, big up everybody inside. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Make sure you're back on Endman TV at 4:30. You will be redirected after the stream anyway. So yeah, just enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Eat some food. It's Friday. Make sure you do your thing. And we are out.